Hello, everyone, and welcome into my latest live broadcast. Today is May 21st, 2021. My name is Kerry Holzman.
And Mitch Morrison.
I don't think that's a
Chin rest.
N95 filter on there.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Absolutely had no problems whatsoever. Everything started on time and is working flawlessly.
Right.
We're going to delete that previous thing we did. I had the video in 360 mode, and that wasn't working out so well for us.
Brutal.
Michael Dane says, no more belly cams.
Thank you.
All right. Now, let's make sure my fancy setup is working okay. Can you see me over here okay? No? Maybe if I stand over there.
Yeah.
And can we see us over here okay? We're looking good? Looking good. Well, one of us is. Anyway, all right, let's get back to main. Hey, guys, thank you so much for hanging in. Sorry about the confusion. Lesson learned. I won't do that again until I'm ready to do 360 videos. I think I need 8 cameras for that. Rick Rubicit contributes €5. He says, second round. Here we go. Enjoy.
Yep.
We didn't. We were just talking about everybody in the chat room, how you guys are amazing, and we were just really appreciative for everybody's support. And especially Ryan G. Ryan sent this case to us that we're going to use in today's build, and many of you may not realize that about half of the content that I'm able to make is a result of viewer contributions, not just financial contributions. I've had like a wish list, and I had this on my Amazon production wish list, and Ryan sent it to me. Ryan also sent me that Landcool 2 case that we did a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
And Ryan has never asked for anything in return, so I'm going to send him that computer when we're done.
Sweet.
It's going to take a little while. I wasn't happy with the cooling performance on the 9900K with that Enermax all-in-one cooler.
Okay.
So I'm going to give Ryan the Kraken X62 that was originally in the Xenos, because I upgraded that to the Z63, which is the cooler we have in here with the LCD screen with the spinning cube. And I don't have any use for that X62. And it dropped the temps by 10 degrees.
Okay.
So we were hitting 81 degrees Fahrenheit on the Prime 95 test with the Enermax 240 millimeter cooler. With NZXT's Kraken X62, 71.
Yeah.
So even though 81 falls within the range,
It's still warm. Yeah.
I don't want to give Ryan anything that I wouldn't use myself. And all the contributions from Peter Laycock and Michael Dane and Rick Rubicet and, of course, Marty Yoel. I don't see Marty in the chat room yet. Who else? John Jack Wilson, Samuel Ramos. Am I saying that right? Jose. Jose's been contributing very generously. Thank you so much. And I got this letter in the mail. Printed in a big font, so I don't have to get my glasses. That's the
Dear Kerry, your show bores me to tears, but it's good. It's good because I don't need the Ambien anymore. Yeah, it really helps me fall asleep. Yours truly.
That is not what it says. Derek Harry, lose Mitch. Your videos are so much better without him.
Okay.
I don't know what you're thinking. I'm unsubscribing.
Okay. That's why Kerry's sending me on a little trip here for the next 3 weeks.
Oh, did you guys think it was Mitch's idea to go to Colorado? Let's just say it's an all-expense paid one-way trip. I kid. Of course, we love Mitch.
To a room with padded walls.
Somebody has to.
And a suit with that zips up the back.
Oh,
One size
fits all. Padded walls, but we will get you a helmet.
Okay.
Kerry, it says, it's an honor to contribute to you and your channel because you are helping me out by shipping with FedEx. You see, I'm a FedEx technician by trade, and I've been with them for about 13 years now, and I enjoy watching your channel because of your kindness, your attitude, your wit, and other qualities.
2 out of 3 is not bad.
Hey. I don't know who this is, but I like him.
Okay. He has very poor taste. All right, so.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Okay.
I'm good with it.
All right.
He says, I just upgraded my PC from this 10th generation Core i7 10700K, and I went to a 10900K, and I'm going to send this. He says, I'm going to send this to you. Do you know how he shipped it to me? FedEx.
UPS. Oh, no, FedEx, yeah.
When he told me he was going to ship this to me, I figured he'd drop it in a,
a
priority
bubble
mail.
Well,
So he said, can I have your address? I want to send you. Do you want the chip? I'm like, yeah, I'll take that chip. Heck yeah. And I'll use this for another build, right? Yeah. Maybe even today.
An i7, I mean.
10700K is
pretty sweet.
I got to be honest, it's not. Did you notice any difference from a 10700K to a 10900K? Because I did the same thing on that robot split build.
And be honest, I mean, did you see,
Well, you know what? We haven't got that thing up and running. Like we got it running.
Right.
And I had to take it back apart.
Yeah.
And I haven't wired it back up. So when you get back from Colorado,
Okay.
You're going to have some work to do.
Okay.
Anyway, this is from David Austin. That's about $320 in my hand.
Ooh. Well,
Yeah, these don't come with coolers.
right.
And I'll buy the motherboard. It's cheap. Anyway.
That would go nice.
Well, yeah.
Whatever you feel.
It very much could. And that's why there's no parts list on this yet.
Right.
Because I haven't decided what we're going to put in there. We're going to talk about that. Yeah. But I'm telling you guys, you're amazing. You're all so incredible. And I what's my library at, like 1,100 videos? That'd probably be around 600 videos without your contributions and your support. So look, ship from a viewer, case from a viewer. And Mitch, I heard you were once a viewer.
Yeah.
How did we meet?
I watched your videos, and then you happened to mention you were from Phoenix, Arizona, and
I'm not from Phoenix.
No, not from, but Michigan, like me. But I just emailed you. You said you had this giant viewer build where they contributed to in order for you to buy the parts, and it would be nice if you could have a cameraman. And I just emailed you and said,
And you drove all the way from Scottsdale to Glendale.
Yeah.
That's how long of a drive for you?
It's about 30 minutes. And so I said, Dear Uncle Kerry, Mitch is currently in the UAW. You ain't working. So I'd be happy to be the...
What's funny is, I get emails from people, they want to help out or stuff like that. I generally don't really have a lot of time to meet up with people, and they seem like well-intended people. And
I think I did, not to interrupt. I think I did say I was from Michigan because you'd mentioned a lot.
Well, that's probably
quite a lot. Quite a lot that you were from Michigan. I'm like, I'll tell them I'm from the little town Madonna grew up in, Rochester, Michigan, and
So anyway, so I meet Mitch. I put him to work, showing him how to change the cameras around because he's like, I don't know much about building computers, and we get to talk, and you find out he's from Michigan. I'm on this camera. I find out that he's a stand-up comedian. Yeah. When's the last time you did stand-up comedy?
It's been a while, but I've got, the couple of weeks I'm up there, I've got my pad and all ready to write some new material, and I found out...
Wait a minute, you've had a year and a half of not being able to perform because of COVID, and you haven't written any new material?
I've got new, but I need to polish
How much of me is in that?
Mostly.
All of it.
Yeah, and they're all punchlines.
All right. Well,
all right. So
anyway, I've always enjoyed comedy.
And is that the only time that you've done an outdoor build? That is the only time.
No, I did a laptop upgrade outdoors. Well, Lyle was helping me with it.
Okay. All right.
I did a few. I had already done it a couple. I mean, I already had.
Yeah.
I went to Walmart and bought the table.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use it more than once.
And that, believe it or not, that was in April of 2018, 3 years ago. No, because that was the last.
And you still like me? Just keep moving, keep changing subject. As long as the check clears.
Yeah.
I don't think I paid you anything. I think we just went to dinner.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But that's a nice build. I mean, with that beautiful, was that Thready one?
That's the original Thready. And so that Threadripper is still at Studio A, and it's still the streaming computer over there. Mm-hmm. So if you ever see me stream, which camera am I on? If you ever see me stream from Studio A, that's, until further notice, that's always Threadripper. Not Threadripper's Revenge.
Right.
Threadripper's Revenge is built, finished, perfect, and I put a towel over it because my house is really dusty. And it's sitting in my office, $6,000 worth of computer, because I don't have time to get back to it. And we still have the big RGB build. Remember the Conquer 2 case? We call it you call it the robot's foot.
Yeah.
We got that one too.
Yep.
Anyway. all I'm saying is if viewers are going to keep contributing and viewers are going to join me on camera, I can't wait to the point where I just go into the other room and just start collecting checks. And you guys can make the content.
And I'll take over. All right.
Yeah, you can take over. Viewers can send you stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll just be in the other room, you know, with whiskey and
Yeah.
I don't know, just having a good time.
Michael Dane says Mitch was the horror master in the production of the movie Phantasm, not the original Michael, Phantasm 2. My credit was, I guess I was a set dresser. Yeah, I think I was a set dresser on that.
But some people may think that you're the scientist in the movie Independence Day.
Right, when I had
If you
the long
guys
hair.
Google Brent Spiner, who was Data in Star Trek The Next Generation, and Mitch used to have really long hair. I don't know what his character's name was, but in the movie with Will Smith, Independence Day, Brent Spiner has this really long hair and he's like a scientist.
And these
you
kind of
look at it.
these kind of 50s glasses. The only difference is he kind of had a 4 or 5 day growth, and I don't.
That's right. I've never
shave.
seen you scruffy.
No. Should I, for 3 weeks, should I come back with a mustache? All right.
I do what you want, man.
And hide this beautiful smile? Forget it.
You could do the Miami Vice thing, that
Yeah,
sort of-
but I'm old, and it would add 10 years to me.
It's going to show your gray hair.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in any event, apart from vanity, nothing's going to help either one of us.
Okay.
Let's be frank. No, your people don't know. He's ancient. He looks really, really good for his age. If you knew how old he was, you would be like, how is he walking without a cane?
Speak up, son.
I said...
That's clean, yeah. That's clean living. Never had a puff of weed. Never been married.
No joy in your life, huh?
And we were talking about...
He avoids all pleasure.
We were talking
That's
about...
why he's here.
We were talking about kids, and I kept thinking, name of kids. And I'm like, yeah, at my age, if I had a kid, I'd have to name him Accident. So clean living, folks.
Yeah,
and
before,
good
we
genetics.
weren't talking about that on this broadcast.
Oh,
that was
right,
the previous one. So people watching now are going to be like, what's he talking about?
It's all right. Planet Cryos can got it right. Unless we
quit.
Yeah.
Elijah 52 Dickens contributes $20, and also it contributed in the previous. And as did Michael Dane, another very generous regular viewer here that I forgot to mention when I was talking about how amazing this community is. There's far more people than I can just off the top of my head, but I appreciate each and every one of you, of course. And Jose has been contributing, and I made a thank you email for him, and he's not seeing it. Like, I can see it's got 0 views, and it's just for him. So hopefully Jose's watching this, and I can say thank you, Jose, and check your email. I've been responding to you. I think it's going in your spam filter or something.
So, thanks to a lot of people too, you're getting bigger, not your height. Your
in this area,
your ego, yeah.
In this area.
Yeah. Let me get you a neck brace. Hooray! Yay! It's a great day today, and this is Nutty talking.
Now, can I just say? Let me just put Nutty right over here. If you're new to the channel, sometimes, because I interact with you guys as much as possible, I'll be talking about one thing, and somebody in the chat will say something completely off topic.
Yeah.
And I'll say, well, hold on, let me address this real quick. And 45 minutes later, I'm done answering that question. Yeah. And we call those squirrel moments. Moments where when a dog is like doing something, and all of a sudden the dog stops, it's like, squirrel, which you can see famously reenacted in the movie, the cartoon Up.
We call them Jags. He goes on a lot of Jags.
And so Nutty represents ADD.
Yeah.
And he's just working to get a nut. Speaking of working to get a nut, that's a weird transition. Mark Rober has this amazing YouTube channel, and he set up this amazing squirrel obstacle course.
I saw it. Yeah.
So he did a part 2.
Yeah, that took him a year. He hadn't posted one in a year.
Let me tell you something. Even though this started as a joke, these squirrels don't give up.
No.
And they don't keep repeating the same thing. In other words, Like he had a
There's independent thought there, which I wouldn't have believed.
yes,
but
like
there's thought.
he had a spinning
bar.
right?
Yeah.
So when the squirrel stands on the bar, it spins off, right? And the squirrels, this is important. And we're having a squirrel moment talking about squirrels. It's kind of a weird.
Another jag.
Anyway, this is important because I keep telling you guys
Yeah.
the difference between when someone says never give up, it doesn't mean do the same thing over and over again, because then you're just annoying, right? So take, for example, maybe somebody reaches out to me and I don't respond for whatever reason. Maybe I didn't get the email, or maybe they just didn't communicate well. Try another way to communicate. Try something else. And the people who do that are usually the ones that get through, right? And the people who are successful, they're not successful because they kept trying to do the same thing over and over. They took different approaches to get where they wanted to go. And this is exemplified in Mark Rober's most recent video. He set up these puzzles for the squirrels to solve.
Yeah.
And so like that spinning bar, the squirrels get on it, they spin, they fall to the ground. They get on it, they try a little something different, they fall to the ground. Then they realize if they go to where the bar meets the thing that's supporting the bar, they can stand there and they don't spin. And then from there, they can establish how to get to the next point.
Yeah, you got to watch.
And then the other squirrels watch that, and then they repeat it, and they reach the next challenge. And
it's unbelievable.
oh my
Yeah,
God! And then the way he narrates it,
Right.
and the way he like they all those squirrels look alike to me, but he's like, oh, this is Fat Gus, and
Right.
I'm like, really, it is okay if you say so. And he just kind of imagines what the squirrels are doing, and it fits the footage perfectly.
Yeah.
Not that Mark Rober needs any more subscribers. He should be promoting.
No, but it was fascinating to watch them figure out, how to get around certain things. It was just
they figured out the entire obstacle
obstacle
course. I'm not sure I would have figured it out. And he kind of did an Ocean's 11 thing with the puzzles and Mission Impossible. And great camera footage.
great. Yeah.
The amount of time it took to set that stuff up and create all those little contraptions, it must have been months of work.
And he showed that he did have an assistant. I mean, to kind
He'd
of
have
help him build it. I'm like, there's no way you could build this on your own. It would,
You have to see this to believe it.
Yeah.
The squirrels, or as the guy who made the little arcade on Etsy for me, on Etsy his name is the Tree Rat Symposium.
Okay.
So we got, in order to keep the squirrel from distracting us, we got a little arcade game so the squirrel could be distracted.
Yeah.
But this is actually a squirrel feeder, and all you do is you put squirrel food, nuts. Mm-hmm. They like walnuts, I guess.
Yep.
Pecans, any kind of nuts in there. It's a flat base.
And they'll sit.
And you stick it outside,
Right.
and the squirrels, like we
sit.
don't have squirrels here,
Right. Too hot.
but the squirrels will look like they're playing an arcade game. It's like $30 on Etsy, and I got to remember to put a link. This is all handmade, and look, there's no sharp edges, there's no splinters. Look at the detail. I love it. So anyway, that's where we're going to keep Nutty off to the side, and we'll bring him up. Does Nutty have anything he wants to say to the audience before we put him away?
Yeah.
Let's get off this
Hold on,
jag.
wait. He's,
Let's get off this jag and get on with the build. Much more exciting. Okay? Happy Friday.
all right. He's so friendly.
Okay.
How can anybody not like a squirrel?
Yeah.
Anyway. Chris Johnson contributes $10.
Oh.
He says, good afternoon, Carrie and Mitch. I'm looking forward to your wit and repartee and a new build. Well, jeez, no pressure, huh?
Speaks French. All right. Repartee. Okay.
You know, the problem with the French is they have no word for entrepreneur.
Is this case available on Amazon? I'm just curious.
Yes.
Is it? Yeah.
They have several versions. If you click on the link in the video notes, sorry, I'm getting a drink. If you click on the link in the video notes, there's one link right now for that case. And you'll see there's underneath the price, there's 4 different pictures.
Okay.
Those are 4 different cases made by, or versions of that case. One has 2 fans in the front that are smaller. And then I think they have the same thing, the same pairing in white, if I'm not mistaken.
And it's pronounced, Moose?
Musetex.
Muse?
It's either Musetex or Musetex.
Yeah, that Musetex. So.
It's hard to, I don't know. Some of these names are.
And I would still consider this a mid. This isn't, or would you? I mean, mids, fulls, I mean.
So here's how you can tell. If you turn the case around, count how many PCI Express slots we've got.
2. 2, I think.
Those are vertical. How many horizontal ones? Forget the vertical ones.
Oh. 1, 3, 7, 8, 4. Okay. 4, yeah.
You gotta-
Went to a good elementary
they
school.
taught
yeah.
you differently
Yeah.
than they taught me.
Yeah.
So if it only had 2 slots, then that would be a mini ITX. If it's
Okay.
got 4, it'll be mid, like micro ATX.
Okay.
So we're confusing 2 things here. You're saying you're calling this a mid tower.
Yeah.
That's fair, but it's a mid. It's nearly a full-size micro ATX case,
Okay.
but it's about the same. It's a little shorter than a mid tower. So a Corsair 200R. Let's just give you a little size comparison. Let me grab a 200R and put it up there. Right there. So you can see,
Oh, yeah, there's a big difference.
well, I suppose it's a little bit taller. Of course, we've got front bays. Not that doesn't mean anything, but
Okay.
this would be considered a proper mid-tower case,
Okay.
and a full tower case would have like 1 or 2 more slots,
Okay.
or at least the height, even if the slots aren't there, be a little taller.
Okay.
Or bigger, like a Cosmos 2 or Obsidian 900D. Is that what it's called? Those are the giant full-size towers. That's when you want to have like a bunch of hard drives, bunch of storage.
You know, you got a dongle in the back of that? I'm just saying. Your little, is that?
Probably going to need that
Yeah.
later, huh? Thanks for pointing that out. I was doing the Windows 10 upgrade video, and
I'm sharp as a bowling ball today. All right, here we go.
all right. So are we going to do some work today?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. But I don't like this angle. It's not my good side.
You don't-
All actors know what's their best side.
Your best side is
Don't say.
wearing shoes.
Yeah. Okay. Big 200.
You don't like that angle?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Oh, now you're changing?
Yeah.
Now what are you, fickle?
Big 200.
How about that angle?
Big 200
How
millimeter
about this,
fan.
what about
on
this
the front.
angle?
I don't
See,
like
now
that.
I don't have a
Yeah,
body.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to make some adjustments in the studio. But hey, I got multiple cameras working, so give me
Okay.
some credit for
All right.
that. You know, everything's in baby steps. You got to get it to work, and then we can polish it.
Yep.
So stop complaining. That's my job. Was I just complaining that you were complaining?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Big 200 millimeter fan that you can use as a vacuum.
Oh, look, I guess it's got a filter at the bottom.
I guess it does.
We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, just hide that. A couple more contributions came in. Let's give these folks the shout outs they deserve for helping us to be able to make this content. Jared Blackmore contributes £5. He says, just a little sortine. What is that word? Thanks for the entertainment tonight. Just a little sortine. Sortine. What does that mean? Are you speaking British? David DeWitt contributes $5. He says, here's to keeping the channel ad-free, and cheers. Thank you, David. And thank you, Jared. I just don't know what that word is. You'll notice I have done something in the video notes. I made a deal to get you guys Windows 10, a working licensed copy of Windows 10 at a severely discounted price from CDK Deals. I think Tech Deals and a few other sites do CDK deals. And I've been on the fence about this. So I'm going to talk about this for a minute because I know there's a few people out there that are going to say, Kerry, you said you'd never do that. You're a hypocrite, blah, 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 blah. Those are people who don't watch the channel and they haven't been paying attention. So before you do that, the product keys that I have been buying, I've been starting to have problems with activating them, where I have to call Microsoft to get those activations to go through. And I think the distributor I was buying my keys from has been selling me fake keys.
Okay.
Which is, and I don't have proof of this, but I'm paying more for my keys to get the certificate of authentication stickers, and I think they're printing them themselves. I don't think they're real. The reason I say that, and this has happened with every product for the last 18 months, and they keep giving me excuses, and they reissue me new keys, but if I don't use those keys within like a certain period of time, they stop working. And sometimes they don't even work right out of the gate, and I'm getting fed up with it. So I did a little research with CDK Deals reached out to me, and I said, look, I don't want to sell illegitimate keys. And they're like, well, they're like, these are not. I'm like, yeah, of course they're going to say that. They're like, send me a couple keys, let me test them. So they sent me an Office key, and they sent me a Windows 10 Pro key. And on that system I just put up, I think it was that one, I went ahead and tried it, and it activated online without having to call Microsoft, like a real key is supposed to do. And it cost me less than half of what I was paying from my distributor. And when I talk about a distributor, I'm talking about supposedly a very large distributor for system builders only. Okay. So something shady's happening somewhere in that
chain,
in the chain of distribution. I don't know who's doing it, but I'm tired of it. It's taking, you know how long it takes me to activate a copy of Windows? When I have to call Microsoft, I got to read this there's like 9 fields of 7 digits. And then they read you back 6 or 8 fields of 6 digits. It takes me 15 or 20 minutes just to get Windows 10 activated.
Time is money.
Oh my gosh, when you're building this as many. Anyway, so I thought I'd try them out. And I said, okay, guys, I'm not interested in any of the other stuff CDK Deals sells. So what I did is I got you guys specifically a deal for a single copy of Windows 10 or 2 copies of Windows 10. That makes it a little cheaper if you need 2 copies. Or Office 2019, not Office 365, not the cloud stuff, but the proper Office 2019. And because Office 2016, still people want that. And then a bundle, which is Windows with Office 2016 and Windows with Office 2019. When you bring them together, they bring the price down a little more. Okay. Now here's the thing, and this is probably, I don't know anybody else who does this. If any of you purchase these keys, which can be purchased and used anywhere in the world, and you have any issue with your purchase or your product activating, I need you to email me. I want to make sure that your experience matches mine. Obviously, if you have any problems, contact CDK Deals first. And if they don't immediately solve your problem, I want you to let me know, because I will take it up with them. And if they don't make it right, you're my number one concern. This has to pass all of my requirements. A couple of years ago, Microsoft used to sue companies, big companies that were using pirated or gray market keys. And there's even a company called the Business Software Alliance. Because I'm a real technician, I'm not just an enthusiast, if one of my clients were to get audited and be fined, they would sue me. And for the amount of money we're talking about, each computer would be a certain fine depending on how big the company is and how many computers there are. That would basically put me out of business. So you need to understand how important it is that I have legitimate keys, and you need to understand how pissed off I am that I've been being burned by the company that I was buying keys from. They tricked me. So now Microsoft is no longer pursuing gray market keys. The Business Software Alliance is no longer going after these companies. They've stopped doing it. Remember when the Recording Industry of America was suing individuals for downloading music? They don't do that anymore. You remember when the Motion Picture Association of America used to sue people for downloading? They don't do that anymore. Now it's just like an automated thing that comes from your ISP. It says, hey, it looks like somebody's illegally downloading movies, and if you don't, stop. If we get 2 more notices, we're going to cut off your internet connection. We have Cox cable here, so they cut off your Cox.
Yeah.
Anyway, they don't sue individuals anymore. And it looks like Microsoft has stopped pursuing going after companies and individuals. So I'm going to tell you this. For my clients from this point forward, I'm going to be using CDK Deals. Nobody else. because I don't need to go anywhere else. If the keys are selling me are a good price and they work, and I don't have to call Microsoft to get them to work, I don't need the little sticker, because once Windows 10 activates, it'll stay activated indefinitely. You can install Windows 10 on your laptop or your desktop. Let's just take a desk. Let's say you build a computer like Mitch and I are going to do today, and you get your Windows 10 key from CDK Deals. Not just, but I'm just saying, for example, once we activate that Windows 10, we can completely wipe the hard drive, reinstall Windows 10 again, click I don't have a product key during the installation. Make sure you pick the right, I always do Windows 10 Pro. And when you go to check Windows updates, it'll reactivate automatically for you. And of course, if you create a Microsoft account, it'll also keep track of it that way. So you should never, ever need to enter your product key unless you change your hardware. And I think these CDK Deals keys are retail keys, meaning that you can reactivate them, where the keys I was getting were OEM keys that stay tied to one motherboard.
So yeah, if you swapped out the motherboard, you needed a new
You'd have
key.
to call Microsoft and
Right,
explain, because there is a loophole in their terms of service. And a lot of people confuse corporate policies with laws. Just because Microsoft says you're not allowed to do this doesn't mean it's illegal. Like I'm using the internet from the neighbors. The cable company says you're not allowed to do that.
Right.
But I don't work for the cable company, and the cable company does not represent U.S. law, and the cable company would never know.
Yeah.
In fact, for all you know, I'm lying about it, and I'm actually using my own internet, right? So don't confuse corporate policies with laws. All right, so if you look in the video notes, and I'm going to keep this in the video notes for a while and get some feedback from you guys. If you buy a key from CDK Deals, please let me know, if you're happy with it, okay? And if there's a problem, please let me know. And that will determine if I continue working with them. Number one. I mean, if there's a problem, we'll give them a chance to fix it. But if they don't fix it, now for those of you who think I shouldn't be doing this, don't buy the key, all right? If you want to spend a lot of money for, other companies to make profit, like you can go to Best Buy and buy a retail copy of Windows 10 Home for $100. At Best Buy will probably make about $50 on that sale.
And don't we have a Microsoft store in Fashion Square? That's still there.
Yeah, so Fashion Square Mall in Scottsdale has
A Microsoft-
an app. Well, they don't have an Apple store there. They have a Microsoft store,
store.
and they have a Tesla store.
Yeah.
And I think Arrowhead Mall has an Apple store. Mm-hmm. And Microsoft just
And
mimicked that.
Kierland has a Apple store.
Oh, Kierland Commons
Has an Apple store.
in Scottsdale is like an outdoor strip mall with apartments up above. It's real fancy.
They've got the big Apple store.
The Big Apple store.
Yeah.
They sell stuff from New York City.
Yeah.
Salsa.
Yeah.
Conte.
So in other words, you'll have a link at the
It's
bottom.
already there.
Okay.
It's already there. It works. And when you buy the Windows or Office product at that discounted price, they give me a commission. So it's a way of saving money for yourself. The keys are genuine. I guarantee they do work. Again, let me know if I'm wrong. And then you're supporting the channel because I make a commission. So CDK Deals makes the sale. They win. You save money. You don't have to buy from some scrupulous seller on eBay or Etsy,
Right.
where the account is immediately banned and you got to call Microsoft, if the thing will even allow you to call Microsoft.
Right.
And what was the third one? So you save money, CDK Deals makes a sale, and I make a small commission, and it's a way of supporting the channel. Nobody loses. That's why I need to know if anybody has a problem, because if it's costing you, any of you, I need to know. We'll talk about it. You send me an email, and we're going to get it fixed one way or the other, I promise you. And if I'm flooded with people having problems, like if I have too many problems, I'm pulling them, okay? But if everybody's experience is good, then you're going to continue to see that offer, because I haven't found a better deal anymore.
Nice.
All right? All right, so just to clear that up before people start calling me names.
Okay.
Jared Blackmore contributes £5. He goes, here's a little something for the channel. Thanks to you getting more and more hobble jobs on PC, laptop jobs, repair. Thank you. I got some stuff coming up I can't tell you about yet. It's a secret.
All right.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Tim Soul contributes $20. He goes, thanks for the help Unbelievable files. What? What does that mean? Unbelievable files. Thank you for the contribution, Tim, but I have no idea what you just said. Luke Greenia says, I just sent a $50 PayPal to you, my friend. I love the looks of this case. So I told Luke I was going to send him a computer. Anybody who's been a very generous contributor here over the last year or more, I want to return the favor by giving them a computer. And it's not going to be the best computer, right? But it's not going to be a piece of junk either. It's still got to be up to my level of quality. And if Luke likes this case, maybe we'll send this one to Luke. I think Ryan would be okay with that because Ryan's going to have his hands full with that Lee Land Cool too. And then I also want to get one out to John Jack Wilson and Mortmont and Tony Wallow. So we still have a few more of these to give away. And, you know, if Jose keeps contributing like he's been, I might get one out there to Jose if he wants one. I've offered Rick Lakes one, but Rick said he was good. And Planet Cryos has, he got the first one.
Yep.
What we call the hot dog build. And
Did you want to go around front and show them the top? What's on the top?
Yeah, we should try the wireless camera to see if that works without.
I think so.
All right, let's do that. All right, so Mitch is going to grab the wireless camera and we'll see if it interrupts our stream. We've had that. You don't have to duck down, Mitch. Oh, that's just the way he walks now. He's so old. He's so old.
Leave me alone. Senior.
How much of a loan do you want me to leave?
Yeah, senior citizen here.
What are you paying me back? What's the interest rate? Analog IDC contributes $5 Canadian. He says, I'm using a computer for folding at home. Does running the CPU at 68 do any harm? It's an AMD 5800.
Forgot I was in the shot.
68 degrees Celsius, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. These chips have about a 75 year lifespan. So even if you cut the lifespan in half, it's still going to be far outliving its usefulness.
Live longer than you. All right. So.
That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I'm lucky to be here now.
Okay.
Tomorrow's still unknown. Yeah. The Borg Man contributes $5. He goes, I'm just throwing some to one of my favorite channels. Oh, very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you both so much. All right, let's switch cameras so Mitch can be the shaky-handed cameraman that he is.
I've only had three Red Bulls. Okay. Yeah.
All right, so this is a close-up of the case. Musetex. That's what I'm calling it.
200 millimeter fan?
RGB.
Yeah. Very nice.
All right, and we go up to the top. That's where all the buttons are. And you've got power button, power light, hard drive light. This is probably going to control the RGB or something here.
Yeah.
I don't see a reset button. Does one of these have like a circle around? I can't see it. All right, then we got two, not one, but two USB 3s like I want. And of course, input and output for your audio, right? Microphone and headphone jack. If we come around to the side here, Mitch, if you just stand back a little bit, right there, we've got looks like a rear RGB. When these fans are white, that usually tells you they're RGB. When they're translucent like that, there's like a little pull latch right here that's covered up. Here, let's do the peel. People like this part, Mitch.
Yeah.
Apparently I need fingernails for this. You want to stick a $1 bill in there?
Yeah.
All right. And then we're going around the back. PCI slots. You can put you can put your graphics card in vertically if you want to show it off. But I'm not going to do that because then it blocks access to the rest of these ports. So these are the traditional slots you would use. You got a standard ATX power supply area here. And we talked about that filter that came off on the bottom. It's still got that. I mean, this sucks. This is like, you can buy one of these for about 15 cents. I like it when it's in a plastic frame and it'll slide in and out. Yep. So that kind of sucks. So far, there's two things I don't like about this case. And that's the fact that this filter is so hard to remove and put on when it's on the bottom. And I don't like when the screws for securing the PCI stuff is on the outside of the case instead of the inside. But that's a personal preference. Basically, it means we've got to undo that screw, lift this thing up in order to just get, oh no, that's just for these. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we build it. And I'll put that filter on a little later. And then we'll give it the old 360 here. I like that this is metal, it's not painted glass. Like if you come over here to the streamer's glass on both sides, but they painted the glass black on the other side, which is dumb. It adds a lot of weight and there's nothing to see. So if you come back over here, Mitch, with the camera, thank you. This is much lighter, there's nothing to see. And we'll check out how much room we've got for cable management.
And show them they got 2 fans up.
Oh, yeah, let's take a look at the top. Thank you. This is a magnetic filter. Now that's acceptable. But do you notice how this is separate? You see how there's 2 sections?
Yeah.
What do you think this section is for?
A radiator.
That is correct. So if you want to put an all-in-one liquid cooler in here, you can. All right, and then let's go back to here. Let's open this up and see what it looks like. Does that just come out? What did I do?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no screws. See that? It's magnetic.
The ring to end all.
One ring.
Yeah,
to,
one to rule them all. Okay.
I need you to step back a little bit because you're too close. 6 feet, Mitch. There you're good. There it is. Now, of course, the glass is on hinges, and we can simply look. You've seen me have to bang to get these off. You know, to bang up on.
Yep.
That just slid right off. The bottom post is usually longer than the top one, and that makes it easy to align them. Super easy, barely an inconvenience.
No pressure. We're live. Okay.
Yeah, no, never did this before, and I'm not wearing my glasses, and it's a little close up. So if I align the bottom one first, then align the top one, it's really, really super, super easy and fast to get them both on at the same exact time.
If the camera's shaking, Chad, I'm laughing. All right.
Super, super quick to put that. Hey, there it is. Look at that. Anyway, the link for this case goes to Amazon. I make a little bit of commission when you buy anything from Amazon. So if you click on that Amazon link and then you buy something else, I still make a commission from it. It's a tiny little commission, but with 500, 600 people watching live and you each buy something, it adds up. In fact, I often can make more in Amazon commissions than YouTube pays me, but the vast majority that comes in from viewer contributions. Speaking of viewer contributions, and we were talking about Samuel Ramos, whose name isn't Ramos at all. It's Ramos. Poor Samuel. Thank you for putting up with me, Samuel. Samuel just contributed. That's why I was mentioning that. And he contributed $9.99. He said, here's something for Uncle Kerry. I guess you get nothing, Mitch.
Yeah. So make sure you go onto Amazon, type in something, and make sure you buy something.
Buy something.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're buying stuff anyway.
Yeah.
So why not use my link? It doesn't cost you. And he says, hello, Samuel Ramos, I think is his name. Michael Dane with another contribution. He says, check PayPal for another surprise.
The man.
Hold on, I gotta check.
Okay.
I gotta check my PayPal. I should probably silence my phone.
Nobody ever calls you anyway, so basically you pay $100 a month for a watch.
We talked about that the other day.
Yeah. So.
All of my Facebook messages has popped up. People reach out to me in all kinds of ways: Twitter, Facebook, Messenger, email.
He's very needy.
You've got money. Michael Dane has sent you $200. Wow, holy smokes. Thank you so much, Michael.
The man. All right.
I think he did that last week, too. Very generous. And Luke Greenia, $50. Thank you so much, Luke. And
Let me give him the official thumbs up.
you got to go higher. There you go.
Okay.
While I'm doing this, there were a couple that came in while we were offline. I just have to find them. Here we go. Wayne Bennett sent $39.53. He says, Kerry, I've contributed to your amazing YouTube channel in the past, and I will continue to do so today and in the future. I almost never get to see a live broadcast, which would be my first choice. But I always look forward to watching your recordings. I built my first computer a couple of years ago only because I gained the knowledge and confidence to do so by watching your videos. Forever grateful, Wayne. Somebody gives me money and then tells me how wonderful I am? Am I still asleep?
Oh,
Yeah, somebody is.
Somebody is.
While I'm here and before we get started, I just want to make sure everybody gets proper credit here. Come on, Carrie. This is riveting video.
Yeah.
You don't
And
get this
my,
during
and
the
my,
Super Bowl.
my biceps are killing me. All right.
I know that camera
Yeah.
must weigh like 6 pounds.
Yeah. Be kind to the old man. All right.
Samuel Ramos, Carrie, I want to thank you. He says, the Out of the World build that you and I did, Mitch, he said was on his birthday. He says, so when I saw the video the next day, I put a big smile on my face. Also, would you be so kind as to thank Mitch for me? No, you do that yourself. He says, I appreciate the work you put into your videos for the community. You guys rock. This August 6th will be 2 years since I had prostate cancer surgery. I don't know if he wants me to talk about that. Yeah. But he says, your videos helped distract me from the pain and discomfort of the surgery while I was recovering at home. Also by learning something and being entertained. I just thought you should know. So the next time you're bothered by trolls and squirrels, I'm sure I am not speaking for myself when I say the rest of us appreciate what you do for us and keep doing what you're doing. My friends call me Sam, by the way, not Samuel. And the correct pronunciation of my last name is Ramos.
There you go.
Ramos. Like vamos.
Sam the man. Woohoo. All right.
He says, sorry, this email's a little long. I know you're very busy. Take care, stay safe, and God bless. Yeah, you keep contributing. You can write as long of an email as you want. No, it's really cool. Thank you. Such kind words.
Yeah. Can we switch cameras now?
No.
Okay.
I want to wait until that camera hits
Yeah.
the floor. Ryan G, who sent the case, he said, Carrie, thank you. Really appreciate that you take as much time as you need to complete a build. Oh, because I told him it's going to be a while. And he says, I really appreciate all that you've done. Thank you so much again. Right on. Okay, you want to put the camera down? Aaron Carter, AC's Drafting. I sent them one of the Core i5s, and he loves it. Everybody I've been sending computers to, even the veterans builds, they've all been saying, thank you. What an amazing change. So thank you guys so much, because that just makes me want to keep doing more of it. And Mitch, I guess I will should we let Mitch put the camera down? Yeah, they're okay with it. Go ahead. Get out of my frame. It's a good job. It was actually pretty steady.
Yeah.
So whatever that medication
Yeah,
is
those,
is working.
those Red Bulls.
Now you got the camera tilted. Why would you point it that way? Point it at the star. Not at you.
Yeah.
All right. Harry, you're old and you're getting cranky. He must not know me very well.
Yeah.
I'm actually mellowing out.
Amen to that, bro.
What, we're going to do a build today or what?
Yeah, yeah.
How long have we been live?
Too long. All right.
Well, one of us.
You
anyway.
need to pick out the parts. Yeah.
That was funny. How could you not laugh at that? Oh, because he's dead.
Yeah.
I forgot. AC's Drafting. Oh, he's in the chat. He says, yes, Carrie, works great. There's Rock and Rob. Rock and Rob's another very generous contributor. And let's see, we got Gabriel Granados, Fred Adcock, and Dennis Paulson. Hey, guys, Catherine Anna Hauserman. She's the one you want to reach out to if you're looking to do your own build. She can help you pick parts, and she does it for free. Just send her an email. She's in the chat right now, and you can reach out to her right now in the chat, and she'll tell you how you can get a hold of her. And, she doesn't require people to say thank you, but you should if she helps you. Zvi Manor says the link is not working. I'm getting an HTTP error. Which link? There's several. Can you tell me which link you're referring to? The link for the case?
Or the missing link, which is right. Oh, did we switch cameras? Oh, no.
I will have you know I am not missing.
Okay.
Despite what the milk carton says.
Yes.
Michael Dane says, a strange motherboard for a strange case. Catherine confirms. She says, yes, I love doing parts lists. She's been doing that for years. You'd think she'd be tired of that.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what country you're in. She'll figure out whatever your currency system is and what parts are in your country. And she ensures all the parts are compatible.
Whether it's dollars, biscuits, bongos, bananas, shekels, ruples. Yeah, that's Russia. Yeah.
Yen,
Yen, yeah.
euro,
Thai baht when I was over there. Yeah.
peso.
Peso. There you go.
Mike Ladd says, will the CD key deals be good for a future build, or will it expire if not used in a certain timeline? You know, Mike, I don't know. They're supposed to be good. So I would say buy it. And if you go to use it and it doesn't work, you let me know. That's the only way we're going to know. Somebody has to. Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of people just imagining the worst because of the world we live in now. And there's so many scammers. But CDK deals really seems on the up and up. And I would imagine that if you went to activate a key that you purchased months earlier and it didn't work, but you would be able, I imagine you would be able to email CDK deals support and they would make it right. And if none of that is your experience, you need to let me know, please. OnVid Jose says the links are fine for me. Okay, well, somebody's having an issue. Chevy Arthur says the Amazon link is working for him. Yep. Selden Bell is recommending Zvi to use HTTPS instead of HTTP. Thanks for the feedback, guys. It's hard to know if an individual's having a problem or if it's my issue, so having that confirmation is helpful when we're live, and I don't have time. Rob Boz says, is it worth investing a bit more when building a PC to future-proof the PC for future upgrades to graphics cards? Is the most important part the processor? It's really hard to future-proof a PC because none of us have a crystal ball that works. I mean, I got a Magic 8 Ball over there, but it's pretty inaccurate most of the time, if I'm honest. Basically, it's a decision you have to make and what your idea of the future is. When a customer says, I want to build a computer and I do a consultation, it takes about 90 minutes to 2 hours to fully understand what their needs are, what their needs are anticipated to be in the near future. And if they're the kind of person, like I know people, for example, they get a new car every 2 or 3 years. They lease a car. They always like to have a new car. And I know a lot of PC enthusiasts, especially gamers, they always want to have a computer that's less than 2 or 3 years old in a similar way.
Newest, greatest.
But I also have clients that are like, look, this is the last computer I want to buy from you. You know, these might be people in their 70s or 80s, and they think that they're not going to live long enough. I've had more customers say that to me multiple times. Carrie, I'm going to need a new computer. I'm like, well, I thought you told me the last time I built you a computer
that was the last
that was going to be the last time. He goes, well, I'm still here.
I'm getting.
You know they're going to outlive me and you, right?
I'm getting better. All right.
I think I'll go for a walk.
Walk.
No, you're not. You'll be stone dead in a moment.
Yeah. Little Monty Python jag there. All right. Should I take this side off because we're going to build from both, or leave it on?
Yeah, but step around so people can, or we'll turn that camera on and you can do it at an angle. Which do you prefer?
The vertical. Yeah,
The vertical?
Yeah.
You got it. Let's see. Which one is that? That's left cam. Right there.
By feel. Okay.
Yeah, there's 2 thumb screws there.
And then what do you, when they stay with the case versus you have to take them fully off? It's nice when they stay with the case.
Oh, when the screws are
Yeah,
captured?
yeah,
The
captured,
screws
yeah.
don't come out?
Whereas these come out.
Those come out. Okay.
Oh, and look at that. Looky there.
Oh, we got destructions?
Yeah, right in the
You
case.
got to point to that camera.
I am pointing to that. I'm not in the frame? Oh, which camera am I?
This one right over here.
Oh, this one?
You're right there. Perfect.
Oh, perfect. All right.
Okay.
We got instructions.
All right, give me this.
Okay.
What does it say? Computer case. There's a piece of cardboard. Choose a gift. I could have a laser pointer, a light strip, or a flashlight.
For a good time call. No, all right, that's for you. All right.
I don't want that.
Yeah, yeah.
Put that in my
Yeah,
pocket
file
just
that,
because.
File that.
Just because I don't want it. Warning.
And what does this go for? Anybody in chat know on Amazon? So
The link is in the video
Oh,
notes,
okay.
Mitch. All you got to do
Yeah.
is
just click on it. We're busy. All right.
let's see. We'll just go into Amazon and I'll just type Musetex. You know who knows? Brian G will know because he paid for it.
Sure.
This is the MK7. Like I said, there's several different versions. The one with the 2 fans is $79.99. The single fan is also $79.99. And then there's a white version of the case with single fan and dual fans. And they're all $79.99 with free shipping at Amazon US. Technically, the name is MK7-GN5.
I like the one with I like the white case, like my Stormtrooper, but I prefer the big 200 millimeter fan. I think that's going to light up nicely.
Yeah, and the picture shows it with a RGB cooler on top.
yeah,
But
radiator.
if we want the system to last a long time, we want to avoid an all-in-one cooler because those have a lifespan of about 5 years and they have to be replaced. And I keep looking at that camera. I'm not used to that one being on. So
Go back to the main.
there.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bryce Hosking contributes $1 New Zealand dollar. Thank you, Bryce.
So without straining your brainy,
Too late.
what kind of parts are you thinking? We going to use that, or have you got another?
I don't know what to
What do you do?
I keep getting people sending me money.
Well, it's Freaky Friday.
I love it.
All right.
Oh, we got a couple more people sending money.
That's because this is my last show for a while. All right.
Well, we're going to talk about that. Paul Shadell contributes $47.43. Thank you, Paul. Darren Belmore sent $2.35. He says, Carrie, been watching your videos since 2018, and by watching your computer builds, I was able to build/upgrade my computer with the 200R. Thanks for sharing your videos with us. Also, say hello to Mitch for me. Kind regards, Darren. Thank you so much, Darren. I appreciate that you see value in what we do here. And we try not to take it too seriously. You should have fun with this, right? And we're about an hour, technically an hour and a half. That first half hour was messed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess we could probably give Planet Cryos an edit point right here because we'll start the build. So the question is,
What to put in it?
what do we want to put in there? So, Mitch, let me go in the other room and let me see what I've got back here.
And while he's doing that, chat, we call this segment Joke of the Day.
Oh,
So-
no.
So yeah, be quiet. So here we go with the joke of the day.
Hold on, I just
Yeah.
want to put these.
What do you? Oh, you're gonna block my view while I'm about to tell a great joke. Oh. Never interrupt the comedian. All right.
I'm heckling.
Okay. All right. The joke of the day. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. Wah, wah, wah.
I can't believe you just.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You call that a joke?
Yeah. All right. What parts? Oh, you just like grab some and you're gonna let chat this one or this one? This one. I like doing this one or not this. Certainly not this one. Yeah. This one. All right.
I was going to see your cow joke
Okay.
and raise you.
Yeah. That's awful. Oh, and raise you for you. That'd be yeah. Height jokes. All right. Here we go.
I'm going to tell my
Yeah.
mom.
Okay. He's very sensitive.
Mom,
All right. Mitch is picking on me.
Mitch is touching me.
Yeah.
I'm not touching you.
No touchy. All right.
How old are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't count that.
Yeah.
Blackwatch sends us $5 Canadian. He says, to the 2 big squirrels from one of the little ones, loving the humor. LOL.
Okay.
Wait, was somebody being funny?
Yeah.
Certainly not you.
That's for sure.
Shh.
All right.
All right, so let's look what we got. Any of these motherboards will fit.
Okay.
So the standard, oh, you're going to start at the top?
Yeah.
I've got an ASRock B365M ITX. Any of these ITX boards are the little tiny ones. They only have one PCI Express slot, so you can only put one card in. It's typically going to be a graphics card, and they've always have built-in Wi-Fi because there's no card to add Wi-Fi,
Okay.
although you can always do USB, but that's beside the point. So How many people want to vote on that one? Now we've got this MSI Gaming Plus AC, also as you can tell from the size of the box, mini ITX. This case will hold a mini ITX or a micro ATX board. And this is Ryzen based. This is Intel based. This is Intel based. This is from Ryan in Nevada. Ryan sent this MSI H310i. He sent it a long time ago. I haven't used it yet. It's an Intel based. I still have one left of what we used last week. This is a different one. It's not the same one, but it's the same make and model, the ROG Strix B460i Gaming. These are all mini ITX. They're about yay big, and they all have built-in Wi-Fi. All right. Now, these boards I bought because they were $69.99 and they're Intel based. And I thought these would be good for the giveaways, for the generous contributors. I'm not sending them rocket ships, but I'm also not sending them junk. And for $69.99, we could throw a Core i5 in that and have a really good machine, right? So I have two of those. I've never used this board ever in my life. Finally, we have the standard, sorry, Mitch, we'll let Mitch do his job. The Gigabyte B365M DS3H. Now I have several of these already good to go. If we want to use this, these are micro ATX. See the difference in the size of the boxes? That motherboard is as big as the box. That motherboard's as big as that box. And I would prefer to use these motherboards in cases where you don't have a choice.
Right.
Because we can go bigger on there, that means that we have more expandability for cards that could be added. Dennis is recommending the H310i Pro. Thomas Backenstow says, great motherboard, I have it. Yeah, Thomas Backenstow, and the red and black one has this one.
Now, does this one or this one have Wi-Fi on the board or no?
No.
Neither or neither?
It would say so on the box.
You say either? Okay.
They're both socket 1151 boards.
Okay.
They're both B365 Intel based. They're very similar. This is sort of like MSI's version of this. Because this one's about $70. They're both about the same price.
Your Uncle Mitch votes for, I'm all about the Gigabyte.
Well, that's because you don't want to put one together. You know,
Right.
I already have these good to go.
Oh,
You know, like in a cooking show, they put the raw
Right.
turkey in
Right.
the oven, and then they pull out a cooked turkey in 3 seconds, because that's how it works. Well, we have these already good to go with Windows installed, RAM, everything. Well, obviously, it's got to have RAM. I have Windows installed.
well, if you've never built in this,
MSI mortar, MSI mortar, MSI mortar,
Okay.
B365M, MSI mortar, MSI mortar. I would love it if Carrie uses Asus. I've used Asus. I don't have anything wrong with this. I have no issues against using Asus other than they typically are more expensive. That's all.
okay.
I've built plenty of Asus. If you type in YouTube search, Carrie Holzman, one word, space, Asus, you'll see lots of builds. So should we do the MSI mortar? Because I've never done this before.
Sure.
Look at all the, well, that's Stan saying it 3 times.
Okay.
You know, voting 3 times is still 1 vote.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
MSI mortar?
Yeah.
All right, and then I got to find
Because it has a bomb on there, and based
Yeah,
on
well,
the
based on that joke.
based on that joke and today's broadcast right here.
How dare you?
The bomb.
So
All
we'll
right.
use,
Okay.
what I think I'll do is I'm going to use David Austin, who sent us that chip. It'll
Okay.
probably go with that board right there.
Okay, so this board and this chip.
No, not that chip. This is a socket 1200
Oh,
chip. This
yeah,
is a
yeah.
10th gen.
Okay.
You're going to need a 9th gen. So let me go put these back, and let's see what I have for CPUs. I'm going to put those back in a second.
Okay.
First, I want to grab a CPU. I need a 9th gen CPU, and it looks like, oh, I have several. 9600K. That's nothing to sneeze at. These 9600Ks are as fast or faster than previous generation i7s. So don't turn your nose up at them. They're
Yeah.
really good.
Okay.
That's what Planet Cryos and AC's Drafting received in their free computers, and they're like, these things are screamers. I'm like, I know, they're
Yeah. No,
Really, really
i5s,
good.
i7s.
They're not your father's i5. Hey, my stack of motherboards is getting lower.
What about your chips?
Oh man, if that
which
stack gets lower, I'm gonna
which
find
you're
more.
about to cash.
There's our 1 terabyte
Okay.
Intel SSD. And let's do 16 gigs of RAM. As soon as I find some RAM in here. Ugh.
More of the Vulcan.
What did you call me?
More of the Vulcan.
Here's 16 gigs of RAM.
16 gigs of RAM.
We're going to need a power supply.
Yeah.
Let's use this one. I've already got it open.
Okay.
I just took it out of the box the other day. It's a standard EVGA 500 watt. No, you know what? Give me that back. Give me this.
You gonna go for 750 or 650?
Neither.
That's neither. All right.
Because we're gonna give this away, I'm not gonna overpower it. The folks at Cooler Master sent me a couple power supplies, and that way if there's
Okay.
I think you did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Now you need to put that up there and cover my face again.
Okay.
You're missing the opportunities there.
Okay. Yeah. We'll take this away. 'Cause
So
we're
Cooler Master, well, I was trying to say,
Okay.
before I was so rudely distracted. They sent me the power supplies, and because I'm giving these systems away, I'm asking if anybody has any problem with the systems over the course of ownership, if it's 10 years, let me know. Like if the power supply fails in 2 years, please let me know. And that's going to follow up the review on if these parts are,
Right.
no news will be good news. If you don't hear anything, presumably it's working.
Okay.
I don't like to simulate reality. So when you give the customer the actual part and they use it however they use it every day, if it fails, I want to know about it.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to take this down so we can work on the Lazy Susan. Now the link for the Lazy Susan also
That's not.
is in my Amazon store.
It's not very magnetic. Oh, it's
Oh,
not.
it's not magnetic. That's what I'm saying. It's very
Oh,
difficult.
yeah. It's got the.
Do you want to try and put it on? Because I want to show people how difficult
okay.
it is. This is why manufacturers shouldn't do this. I already know Mitch is going to struggle. I think Mitch did that faster than I would. Oh, no wonder he missed the whole top slot right
I
here.
did not.
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay. Just seeing if you were paying attention.
See, if you don't
All
do it right, it happens a lot faster. I don't know why Mitch isn't making videos with me anymore.
Yeah.
So sensitive.
All right. Oh, you want
my
me to?
money?
Oh, you want me?
Is there tape on it? Is there even tape on it?
Oh,
You just grabbing knives or what?
yeah. Ah. We have a box, and in the box is our motherboard case.
AC's Drafting contributed $50. He goes for the Vertizonal. The Vertizonal Friday build.
They don't need to see the stuff in there.
Yeah,
It's just-
show them. I want to show them if you get one of these motherboards, this is
Oh.
what it looks like. I mean, if your box doesn't arrive with that little cardboard divider, then you know you've got to use. Oh my God. Pull it out. Doesn't it come out? Doesn't that whole piece just come out?
I didn't have my Ovaltine this morning. Oh, okay.
The whole team?
Yeah, that really aged me.
Wow.
Wow. All right.
All right, so that's what it should look like if you're getting a brand new of this make and model of board. That's what the box is.
Is there
That's all I want to show.
is there anything we need, like the
Alcohol?
the thing for the thing, the standoff for the
That's a gigabyte thing.
the storage? Yeah. Okay.
Thank you to AC's Drafting, of course. Stan Aristoff contributes £1.99. He says, "Happy Friday, Carrie and Mitch in chat." Thank you, Stan. Put the motherboard box on the table. Who else did I miss? You having issues over there?
Yeah.
What's going on? I need to call an ambulance.
Okay.
And Stan Aristoff with another contribution, £1.99. Carrie, do the circus music, please. Hey, not my circus, not my monkeys. Heads up, coming at you. Yeah, that's what the back of a motherboard looks like. Oh, you were showing them the front. I completely missed it. Hey, it's actually a pretty cool looking motherboard. Give me this. What are you going to do? Make them shoot?
Oh, go on.
You think they got telescopes at home?
Yeah. They got the 360. Oh, no, they had the 360.
Yeah, let's do that again.
Yeah.
I like that cover.
Yeah. It's covering your face. I like it even more.
I'd say something funny,
Okay.
but you know, the man's
All right, yeah.
right.
All right.
You know,
So-
when you're right, you're right. It's a good looking board.
Yeah.
Even the little heatsink down here is pretty cool. Like most of the time manufacturers just give you a flat piece of metal, but MSI's kind of made that look kind of neat. And since this case has a big window and you're going to see this, like this wouldn't matter to me on a $200 case because you're not going to see it. But that's, I don't know, Luke, I might keep this one for myself.
You got another one.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing. You know you've reached a level of friendship if I'm teasing you. That means I feel comfortable enough that you won't be offended. Please don't prove me wrong.
Storage first.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, I forgot to show the I/O ports on the back. So no, this does not have built-in Wi-Fi. Only the mini ITX boards that we have do that. But it does have a built-in I/O shield for a $70 board.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm familiar with a budget board coming with a built-in I/O shield. You don't have fancy audio back here, just the 3 audio ports, right? So microphone in, line in, and headphone out, or speaker out, rather. You've got a USB 3 point something, type C, and then another USB, 2 more USBs. They're USB 3, I don't know if they're 3.1, 3.2. Built-in gigabit Ethernet, built-in HDMI port if your graphics card has if your CPU has built-in graphics, then you can use this to output video because graphics cards are so hard to get. This is one of the reasons I'm focusing on Intel even more now than ever before. Then 2 USB 2s, you can tell the color is different here. And then you've still, this is surprising, they still have the old school PS2 ports for keyboard and mouse, which seems like a waste of space, but this looks very, very promising out of the box. Especially knowing I paid $69.99 and I'm getting that kind of detail for a budget build. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's 2 separate pieces. Oh, see that? Kind of.
Don't break it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it's mine.
Okay.
Tell me what to do.
All right.
All right.
Storage first. Yeah.
Is that how you say that?
Yeah. It's French. Yeah.
Storage is French?
Yeah. Has that one been opened?
No.
No.
I don't think I've got an open one. See how I do that?
Yeah, but we will need the number 1 screwdriver, right, for that little. There it is.
This is a 1 terabyte Intel 660p. Oh, this is an older one. So they have the 660p, the 665p, and the 670p. They're all about $100.
Okay, for
And
1
they're-
terabyte.
They're all, so all the, this one is a 1 terabyte. They come in different sizes, but I've been setting, I think $100 is a good price to pay. And it's enough that you can install Windows, you can install your programs like Office or whatever, and still have lots and lots of room for lots of other stuff. Like even some people just have 500 gigs. Well, this is twice that. We got our documentation, that'll go there. And then here in the plastic, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to go grab that wireless camera, which, by the way, didn't seem to interrupt our feed at all.
Okay.
Hey, we might have solved a couple problems here. Careful when you open this. You don't want to knock it to the ground. This plastic can be a little tricky. So before you go forward with anything, let me change the camera angle. Matt Power says, wow, I like the board. Yeah, who knew? Fred says, Fred Sunderman says, Carrie, I used the CDK deals for Office 2019 and it worked like a charm. And they also have a discount code, CDKW, that gives another 20% off. Right on. Well, there you go, guys. I've never met Fred Sunderman. He's not even blue. So he's got no motivation to lie.
No steak, and maybe we'll have one
no
tonight.
dog.
All right.
Hey, well,
Yeah, sure.
okay.
Steak, it's what's for dinner.
Hey, why
Remember
not?
that old commercial? All right, yeah.
I just remember pork,
Yeah,
the other white meat.
maybe.
Stan Ristov says, too many USBs on a board is like room with way too much electric outlets. And when you plug stuff in them, it looks like a rat's nest. Disgusting, hate cables, wireless is the way to go. I've never heard anybody say that in my life. Never heard anybody complain about a rat's nest behind the computer. If there's a bunch of USB ports at the front of the computer, then yes.
Yes.
But on the back of the computer, I've never had anybody say they had too many. Never, not once. They'll say they don't have enough, and I've seen people fill every single one up they've got. But you know, that's why they make different boards for different folks. Okay, let me grab the wireless camera and I'll show you how it's done, Mitch.
Okay.
I'll show you how you can film. Show you how it's done.
But you got to clicky over to that.
Clicky, clicky. Don't you know how to do that?
No, is it right here? You click on the eye? Or
Yeah,
no,
click on the eyeball.
Yeah, the eyeball, right? No.
Get
Okay.
it. You can be a producer, yeah.
Okay. Now here is where our storage is going to go, and they have provided
It's
this
already on the board. It's
board.
not in a little baggie. I hate that Asus does that.
So is it going to go here, and then we do need a little screw to
Oh, they did do that.
to lock that in, right? That it doesn't go underneath. It's so I
Well,
need-
no, Mitch.
Yeah.
No, because how long do you think our...
it goes to here.
Yeah,
Typically,
you are
right?
correct, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what am I going to do? Loosen? I need that, right? To put here.
Well, let's look in the motherboard box. Let's just take the motherboard off here.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and open that box up for me. Let's see what we've got in here. There should be a little teeny tiny... What's with that? What is that? Is there a screw in there? No standoff, just a screw?
Yeah.
Turn it so the camera can see it. You need a pedicure. And your hands.
Yeah.
What's underneath those instructions? Is there anything else under there? Is there a standoff, or do we use the one that you tell you?
Probably the one that's.
No other little tiny plastic bags in there?
No, sir.
Sir?
Yeah.
Well, you can call me Carrie, or you can call me Carrie Holzman, or you can call me Computer Guy, or you can call me Chuckles,
Or CH.
and you can call me Sonny, but you doesn't have to call me Sir.
That certainly ages you. All right. So here we go with very easy.
No. So the first thing you're going to have to do,
I was just testing. All right. Yeah.
you're just
Yeah,
testing. I didn't bring a number 2
Okay.
pencil. So that I don't know why they put that in that position. It's weird. Because you're always, I've never seen an M.2 drive that big.
Here, not here. Here.
Yeah, is there any numbers next to those?
There is not. No.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it goes over the M for M.2. It's not true.
It's Red Bulls.
Well, now I know why he doesn't wear contact
Yeah.
lenses.
This is-
Poked his eye out nearly.
I can't.
Hold on, this is too funny.
Yeah, spread out. Let me. My very feminine hands. I got it. Don't be sweating. Okay.
I like your feminine hand.
Okay. So just enough. Don't.
No,
over-tighten
you
it.
want to tighten that down. Crank it. Tighten it good and tight.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all you gave it?
Yeah.
You can't give it a little bit more?
Well, if you
Must.
insist.
Just just a little bit more. We don't, when we put the screw in, we don't want it to back out when we take the screw out later.
I'd say that's pretty well
That looks much better.
shanked.
Well done.
All right.
Now what are you doing?
We're gonna need the screw out. Well, let me just get it ready on the
Did
ready.
you just stick the garbage in my drawer of tools?
I was just seeing if you.
You know what? You're so disrespectful. Just
Okay.
leave it. It's fine. Just give it to her. I'm going to come over to your house
Okay.
and throw my stuff on your stuff.
Boy, that's tiny.
Show people. Put it in the palm of your hand again. Mitch has giant hands. That's a normal size screw, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Yeah, so what Mitch is referring to with the screwdriver, it's a Japanese industrial standard Phillips style, but the tip on it is, to the naked eye, it looks similar, but it's for these little teeny tiny screws for M.2 drives and laptops. It just bites and grabs into the head much better without stripping
So
the head.
number 1.
It's like a number 1. This is actually a Hosan D550.
Okay.
All right, so now Mitch is grabbing the M2 drive,
With the
notch. Okay.
and then if you can see the notch right here.
Yeah, so the label's going to face up so you can read the label.
You want me to put it in? See that? Till they disappear, and you have a very nice diving
Does that
board.
line up with the standoff correctly?
It does.
Perfect. And all Mitch is going to do to secure that is just put that screw in. And this screw you do not want to over tighten. As soon as it stops, as soon as it fits snug, you're good to go. And this is how you get free labor, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow I'm going to have them cut my lawn.
Better than your hair, what's left of it. All right. So this you do not want
I'll
to.
have you know,
yeah.
my hair's the hair on my back is growing
Okay.
in really good.
How come
Gotta
that?
do a comb over.
I don't want to. I don't want it too much, but
What's the matter?
I don't know. It's.
Is the screw sideways or anything? Is it going in straight?
I'm not getting much of a bite here on.
No?
Is that? Yeah, there we go. I wouldn't want to go more than that. That's,
No. It's just holding it in
Yeah.
place. It's not like there's going to be much vibration or anything. So you're good. It's all good. Put that
Yeah.
over here.
There's 3D. Okay. What next? Is that need
This
to be
is how we
open?
should do builds from now on. I just randomly hand you parts, and that's how the audience figures out what we're going to use. That's perfect. Wait,
Yeah. I'm really getting sick now.
that will just tell people we're putting it on a cell
Okay.
phone.
All right. There's really the vertizontal right there. Vertizonal. Okay.
Yeah, that's
All
exactly
right,
the
that's
horizontal
done.
shot, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if I raise my hands way up there. We can see the top of your head. Oh, you got a bird nest in there.
Okay.
It's like a walking tree. Were you in Lord of the Rings?
And I just had it done yesterday.
You just had it done?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done all right.
Yeah.
I had mine done too. Did you notice?
Bosley, Hair Club for Men. Leave me alone. All right.
I said,
As you can
give me
see,
the Mitch look.
As you can see, this does not come with a cooler.
No, because you're cooler.
Yeah.
You're the cooler. Throw it at me.
Okay.
You left the directions in there.
That's all right.
You're not supposed to throw out the box until you empty the box. Have I taught you nothing after all these minutes? Now, if you pull the cardboard, see the finger cutouts in the back, you pull the cardboard out. There you go. The good thing with your job, though, is the benefits, you get
Yeah.
free Band-Aids.
Yeah.
Now that you can throw. You should throw it at me. What's
And
wrong with you?
here,
I would have thrown it at me totally. Look at
Is
that.
there
Look
eye-
at those muscles.
is our i5.
Oh, over here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was distracted.
Okay.
Yeah. We get it.
Okay.
Back to
All
work.
right. So we have our latch right here.
Where?
Right here.
What's that called?
The latch. The lever.
Let's call it a retention lever.
Retention lever. And we're going to push it down and away. And that should lift that right up. Are those pins? Those are pins? I don't know.
There's 1,151 teeny tiny pins. They're very easy to damage, and that's why there's a plastic cover over it.
This part makes me so nervous. I'm sweating already. Now you see, there's 2 notches here for your little fingers, and you'll notice there's an arrow right here. Is that super close up? They can't really, enough light. It's,
Aziz!
yeah,
Whatever, they got it.
okay.
All right.
And is this, I'm going to assume that is that. That's where they want that to
Correct. That is correct, sir. Yes. Oh.
So you just want to set it down. Do you kind of go do it gently this way and then drop it?
So
or-
those pins, move your hand for a second. Those pins don't come up all the way,
Okay.
right? So there's a little plastic ridge surrounding the pins,
Okay.
a frame, if you will.
Yeah.
Which is this part.
Okay.
Okay, and keep your fingers away from the inside of it.
Yeah.
But this is raised up higher. So what I try and do is I try and put the CPU in on it very gently on an angle to hit one of the edges
Gotcha.
so that I line up the 2 corners, and then I just let it go. Try and bring it down without pushing it down. Just let gravity take it.
Like that?
And then as far as you can bring it to the bottom and then let it go. Now that doesn't look like it's seated to me. So what I would do is I would just grab the edges of the heatsink and see if it wiggles. It looks like you got it, Mitch. You see how I did that?
Yep.
Do not push down.
Right.
Do not push down. That's what this lid is for. This lid is going to push down that CPU and then have it contact those pins. So when you go to move this lever, so when we close this, there's like a little torque screw under there, and there's like a little fork.
Yeah, that's got to go
It's going to
under.
go underneath that.
There's going to be.
There's going to be a lot of resistance because this was really super loose. Now you got to use your muscles.
Okay.
And that plastic lid will pop off. And you put that plastic lid away. The reason you put it away and don't throw it away is if you have to send this board in under warranty, you need to remove the CPU. You never want to leave those pins exposed.
There you go.
There you go.
If anybody could do it, I could do it. All right.
That's right.
All right.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay, now you need some RAM in there, Mitchell.
Yeah, but you like to put the thing on first, right? Don't look at me. Look at the right. You like to put the air cooler thingy on there.
What air
before.
cooler do we want to use?
I don't know. Would you want?
Let me go see what I've got. Let's take a walk into the other room.
You don't want to show them the other room.
Yeah, let's show them the other room.
Don't show them.
I'm showing them.
Okay.
I have some projects.
You've never shown them. This is a first chat. All right. What in the selection?
Oh, coolers are over here.
Yeah. All 12 of them. All right.
Let's see, what do we have to do? We got a Be Quiet one over there. We've got,
Make it something easy, though. I mean, don't.
no.
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
Well, I'll let you install it, and I'll run the camera. So.
Well, then everything I do is easy. Come on.
Okay.
It's only fun when somebody else does it. You know what? I got a couple more of these. They're $20 and they worked really well.
Okay.
And they're pretty.
All right.
But on a 9400K, it's going to be, I don't know if I want to use that. What's the chat room saying? Are they seeing anything that I should
Yeah, chat. You see anything that tickles your fancy?
I got look at all these Corsair Hyper 212s.
Yeah,
I should
you've
get
got
rid of these.
You've got those.
Look how old they are. Look at the dust.
Yeah, I'd rather not. So, look.
There's Legionnaire's disease on there, anything.
Yeah, I see some Mugen, some scythes. Those are a GIF to put on. Very.
Oh, we got that big Silverstone cooler, that monster.
Yeah. Would that fit in a case like that?
I don't know. You want to find out? I mean, that's a big, big cooler. Way overkill for a
Yeah,
Core i5.
I-
But
save that
Silverstone sent it to me for free to review it.
Yeah, but save that for a full tower, or a full mid. So. They're saying that looks like more than my local PC tech store. That's true.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't turn the corner.
Yeah, and show them that. Don't show them. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4 machines all ready to go.
Oh, I can't show them this. I haven't
No.
got that ready to go.
No. You want a nice cooler though, so Tony Wallow with 99¢. Thank you, Tony.
Oh my, geez, did my stomach just, that rattled my brain. I think we're gonna have to eat soon.
Yeah, we'll eat later. All right.
Maybe we should do this Enermax cooler because it didn't, would I have an issue with this? I think we used this on an i7 and it wasn't very good.
Okay.
I think it's gonna work.
Is it LED?
Yeah. Oh wait, this is the one that has the, I think it'll be, maybe that's the one we should use. Is anybody saying anything in the chat?
Mugen 5.
It's so overkill.
Yeah.
And there's no RGB on it. In this case, has a window.
Right. So you want something with pretty lights, definitely.
I don't know what to use. I think this one is what I want.
All right. Can you got it, or you need a little help?
Nah. I think I'm all right.
Why don't you put that on, and I'll take the camera.
You want to take this camera?
Yeah.
It's getting a little heavy.
Yeah.
I starting to know what you're talking about now. You're not as weak as I thought.
Yeah.
Or I'm weaker than I thought I was. All right, you got that?
Yep.
Thank you. Thanks for nothing. I mean, thank you for everything. I'm up here.
Oh.
Put it on the star.
Yeah. Okay.
I see a lot of people want me to use the Pure Rock Slim. The Pure Rock Slim I don't think has RGB on it. Hold on a minute. Let me just look real quick. Pure Rock Slim. Pure Rock Slim. You know what? I do need to use the Pure Rock Slim.
Okay.
Pure Rock, Be Quiet sent this to me, and they said, "Here, have a cooler, Carrie." And then I said thank you, and then they said, "Hey, have you used it yet?" So they've been asking this, and I don't want to use this on an i7 because it is a thin cooler.
Okay.
So,
but it's not
great
RGB.
suggestion. Who suggested this? Matt Power says, "Pure Rock or I'll quit watching."
But it's not RGB, is it? Or it is?
No, but you know what? This case has enough RGB,
Okay.
doesn't it?
All right. Yeah.
I think it does. And this one, this is probably overkill. I mean,
Yeah.
if you can picture what that's going to look like. I mean, it's not terrible. That wouldn't be terrible, actually.
And it would light up. I mean,
And it would light up. But it's got that RGB, and I'm wondering if that RGB is compatible with MSI. It's like a 3-pin RGB header. Does this have a 3-pin RGB header on it? Where's my glasses? I can't see without my glasses. I'm gonna put on some glasses so I can see. Right there, J Rainbow. You know what? I think the Enermax cooler is a better fit because I don't have very many MSI motherboards. And yeah, so we'll use the Be Quiet on another i5 build. I've got 4 more builds, so I'm going to put this away. I'm going to stick with my original plan because I think it's just better.
Okay.
Yeah, so I appreciate the suggestions in the chat room. Is the cooler too high? Is the computer? So the question is, will this be too tall to fit in our case? Let me take a quick look over here. You don't just stay where you are because everybody doesn't need to see all my Gatorade.
Yeah.
No, it looks like this cooler could be 2 inches taller from what I just measured. It looks like this could be a full 2 inches taller before we run into any clearance issues.
Okay.
Some cases that's an issue because this Musetex case is so wide because it's got that radiator support at the top for an all-in-one cooler. The case is wider because of that. So, well, we should be fine. Should. Hey,
In quotes.
in the face. Moneymaker.
Yeah.
I was making a face.
Yeah.
I can't do it now. Oh, we're still live?
Yeah, on with the build, yeah.
All right. This maybe wasn't a fair test that I originally did with this cooler because we were putting it on an i9 9900K.
Right.
That wasn't fair to Enermax. But I had to know, was it going to work well or what? But I think on this i5 9400K, it's going to work way, way better.
Okay.
Stealth Mode says, nice haircut, Carrie. Isn't it weird how all the gray just went away? Yesterday I had gray hair and today I don't. How does that happen?
I won't say.
It's the magic of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Gamma Goblin says, I missed a spot. Is hair 142 and 142's gone?
Get your money
Damn
back.
it.
Get your money back from Bosley. All right. What kind of backplate is on that? Oh, okay.
I'm looking in the chat over here. The CPU cooler is as big as the motherboard. It really isn't. It really is not. I mean, Mitch, if you can bring that camera straight up so you get a vertical down shot, the cooler's going to kind of fit in right like this. I mean, that doesn't look too big at all. I'd say it's about perfect. We're going to get the RGB here, and it's going to tie in with the board, and it should tie in with the case.
Yeah.
This is going to be I mean, I didn't know what we were going to build, honestly, but this is coming together as though I planned it. This is almost too good of a day. Internet's working, the wireless camera's working. We don't have 360 mode.
Yeah.
So it was almost a perfect
Yeah.
day. And you can see there's still a little, I guess I didn't clean it too well. I got a little thermal compound on my brand new CPU from the bottom.
Oh.
Because we use this.
Yeah.
Which build did we use this?
I forget.
Was it Leon Lee?
Think so. Yeah.
Before we went to a liquid cooler?
So you may have to clean that off.
Yeah, those 9900Ks, they do run hot. So yeah, but I don't have to clean it off just yet. We will have to. And then we took and put all of the spare parts because we took everything off.
Yep.
And I keep everything together in a Ziploc bag, and I advise you guys to do the same so that you don't have to go looking for stuff. Remember when I couldn't find the USB cable for the Kraken X62 and how crazy that drove me?
Very frustrating.
I went online to eBay and bought the USB cable for $13, and the day later I found the cable. So now I went from having 0 to having 2. All right. So this has already been done for us. These standoffs were put in by us on the previous time we used it, and since we're using it on the same size socket, they're good to go. I just want to make sure they're tight. There's a little washer that holds those in.
Okay.
All right, and then we'll go to the back of the board here. And it should be able to go on either
Or either.
that way, or should be the same one way or the other. See how it lines up with the holes there.
Okay.
And so that part was super easy, barely an inconvenience. And then we have these little standoffs, or spacers, as I like to call them. And sometimes, if it's really loose, turn them around. They should have that's a lot tighter. See that? You see the resistance? And aren't I incredibly talented that I can put them on the wrong way every time? See how that just fell on? You turn it the other way, and it locks it in, sort of. Better have one more of those. It's going to be a real short video. I'm missing. Oh, got a runner. I'm okay. Last chance. Am I going to put it on the right way or the wrong way? I was going to put it on this way. I'm going to turn it and correct myself. Oh, look at that. I don't know. I was joking. I thought that was going to be the wrong way. Okay. Now that that's done, we can put these bad boys on, and these, as I recall, I'm so used to having them go look like parentheses. You see how the corners are bent? But as I recall, the instructions wanted us to put it on the opposite way I thought they would have to go on. Do you remember that, Mitch? Do you remember? Mitch, Mitch, do you remember? Mitch,
Don't remember,
Mitch,
yeah.
Mitch. Hey, Mitch, do you remember? Mitch, Mitch,
Yes.
do you remember?
I'm barely awake. All right.
Okay,
So,
this, I remember this really upset me because there's no tool you can use. See? Usually you have like a Phillips end on this or something. Do you remember now? Do
yeah.
you remember?
Buy
Mitch,
something.
Mitch,
Buy something.
Mitch,
I remember.
do you
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Do you remember what I did to tighten them down?
Used a number 2 screwdriver.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can't. There's no threads. There's no head.
Oh.
There's threads. There's no head.
Oh, you used a needle nose. The
Well,
green, the
they're not
green-
needle nose.
Oh.
There's this Japanese company called Engineer, and they make some of the coolest tools that I never knew existed. What makes these tools different? You may have noticed in some videos where screws get stuck and I strip the head off the screw. There was like a customer that brought a laptop and we were changing out his mechanical drive for a solid state 2.5-inch drive. Couldn't get the screws out. And that's because I did not have the proper Phillips screwdriver, which is that, as previously mentioned, that Japanese industrial standard
Yep.
Phillips style. But because I was using a regular Phillips screwdriver, it stripped the heads of the screws because they were in there with Loctite. And I had to use a drill because we were live and the customer needed to have the computer done. I drilled them out, which made a lot of people nervous. You got to make sure you get all the shavings out of there so it doesn't short circuit anything. Well, these aren't just any ordinary pliers, Mitch. No, no, no. And by the way, I have no affiliation with this company, but I should. You can't find these at Walmart. These are brought in from Amazon, and they have a pretty cool little tip on them that can grab the head of a screw, and then you can turn the screw that way.
Okay.
But what they also have, we get some teeth in there and wire cutters in there. And they're rubber handled, so if you electrocute yourself, you won't electrocute. They're insulated. And it just so happens there's a ridge around these, and it doesn't scratch them up. You can't even tell I used a tool on them.
Isn't that amazing?
You know, a tech, a mechanic, a surgeon, they're only as good as their tools.
And I'm working with one right now. Sorry, you set it up. I had to knock it out. All right.
This is why I respect you.
Okay.
If you didn't do it, I'd stop
Yeah.
respecting you. I mean, that was a walk in the park for you.
Yeah.
I opened the door.
Door.
You should have walked
Yeah.
through it. You did.
Now you don't want to, crush your motherboard, but you don't want it loosey-goosey. How's that? That's pretty good. Yeah, you want it tight, snug.
More than snug.
Yeah.
Like you'll see, you can kind of see just how much force I'm using here. But you don't hear me going, "Ugh."
No.
That happens if I forget to turn the microphone
Yeah.
off when I use the bed.
Yeah. So
That looks
well, that was pretty easy to
Look,
install that.
my OCD requires me to put this back in the package.
That was pretty easy to install that back plate. Yeah.
Well, now that I've done it before,
Yeah.
what a difference that makes, right? And there's directions if you want to see how to use these. There's how you do it.
Okay.
Can you read that?
Oh yeah.
These are available on Amazon. And I love these tools. I very rarely need these. And I say these because I have several of them. They're not cheap, but they'll probably
But
last
on
you
the
a life.
rare occasion you need it, you're gonna
Oh
be
my
glad,
gosh,
you're
it
gonna be
makes my
glad you
life.
have it.
Yeah, it's just the right tool
Yeah.
for the right. Otherwise, I don't know what I would have used.
Yep.
Needle nose aren't going to hold on to those. None of my tools are, for delicate work, something like this. This is great if you got to remove a jumper,
Right.
but not for this. It'll just scrape it because it's flat on both sides,
Yep.
and that's round. Whereas those pliers are rounded, and so they can hug it properly, and then we can tighten it down.
Now you got to clean the CPU.
Yes, let's get the Pure Rock Slim out of the way,
Right.
and we'll give Pure Rock their opportunity to shine in a future build while you're gone, and I can actually get some work done while you're gone.
Okay.
You want something to drink, Mitch?
I'm good. Yeah.
You want a Blue Moon?
No.
Don't drink on camera.
No.
Don't drink and stream.
But Chad, I will tell you, Carrie called me last night.
Don't tell them what I called you.
Yeah. And
They might think different of me.
and he's like, he heard music and he's like,
You must be.
"Are you at the bar?"
He's always at the bar.
And I said,
I'm getting a little worried.
always. And he's like,
When you're gone, the viewers and I are going to talk about an
yeah.
intervention.
Okay.
But wait, I wasn't supposed to tell you that.
All right.
Yeah, and you were really in a hurry to get off the phone with me. Didn't hurt my feelings or anything.
Well, Toto Africa, my entrance music was playing
Oh, it was on?
with my shirt.
I could just hear noise. And that song is not noise. I didn't mean to apply that.
No.
But your phone,
Right.
what kind of phone do you have?
It's iPhone SE.
Oh, that's the problem. Never mind. That explains everything.
I'm not spending 1,200 beans for a cell phone.
I can get you an S21.
Yeah. I don't do Android.
It's not what I heard.
Oh, okay.
All right, all these parts that are left over. I guess it came with a Ziploc bag. Huh? Oh, this is all for an AMD socket chip. Like that's an AMD bracket. These are AMD screws. And these are our instructions. By putting the instructions in here, then I know what these parts are for. See how clever I am? Genius, some might say.
Super genius.
Complete moron,
Yeah,
others might.
okay.
Tomato, tomato. Oystein watches us in Norway. He has contributed 100 Norwegian krona.
Ah,
Is it krona or kroner? Thank you, Oystein. As always, Oystein's been a very generous contributor here. I haven't seen him in a while. I don't know what an Oystein is. I assume it's not his name, and I'm assuming it's a he. Either way, thank you.
You got thermal paste on that cooler too.
You got thermal paste in your cooler.
Yeah, okay. Don't you want to clean those pipes off?
Don't you want to mind your own business?
Beeswax? All right.
Keeping me honest, Mitch. While you're gone, pay no attention to the classified ad looking for an assistant.
Right.
It's nothing to do with your behavior today. Look at how organized I am.
Yeah.
You want some Dogecoin?
Oh, okay.
That's how I'm going to pay you today. One Dogecoin is for your
That's
life.
Lyle. All right.
That's not Lyle. That's a Shiba Inu. That's not a Chow.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong with you? Are you a doggist?
Okay.
Tell you what, this is actually
What you're
worth
paying me
more.
with? All right.
It's Ethereum.
Ah.
Do you want me to get you a straw? One of us needs one.
You better make it 2 straws.
2 straws.
And you
How
use
about a
both.
crazy
And
straw?
you use both. We're cooking today.
Do you
Chad.
want me to? Do you want me to?
Don't tell them how many edibles we ate. All right. So.
Well, what are you supposed to do with edibles if not eat them?
Okay.
Plant them in the backyard? I've been doing this wrong the whole time. Are you telling me they're not suppositories?
In the shape of gummy bears.
It's not what you said.
There you go. All right.
You're saying that gummy bear suppositories don't exist? Look at the dirty the Q-tips
Yeah.
getting. All right, I'm gonna throw this out because it's wet. I don't want to put it on the table.
And
So you want to talk about anything else?
No, you've got the. I noticed the bag did not. Oh, we used the thermal paste on the last one.
Yeah, we're not going to use their thermal
You've got the good.
compound.
You
I
got
don't
the good.
like their thermal
yeah.
compound.
That came in the little thing, right? With that you had to cut and you barely got any.
You are just a wordsmith.
Yeah. The little thing.
Justin F. You just paint pictures with
yeah.
words. Justin F. has contributed, for some unknown reason, $25 based on this banter.
Yeah.
Love your work, Carrie. Notice he didn't say Mitch.
I know. I did notice.
Did you notice that?
Yeah. So,
And Now I want you to go home and think about that.
Okay.
He says, I built my PC in 2014. Thanks for your vids. It's still working very well. Keep it up. See, now this is what I was talking about. Now somebody like Justin doesn't need a new computer every time a new processor comes out.
Yeah.
And if you're one of those people and you build a good quality computer, don't build a cheap one. Don't build an expensive, finicky one. You can have a computer that runs for years and years and years. 2014 was 7 years ago, Mitch. That's like a tenth of your life.
Yeah. In dog years.
In Dogecoin.
In Dogecoin. More? Yeah.
Well, what I'm doing is I keep doing this until the Q-tip comes up clean, and it's just not coming up clean.
Well, that's because you're smearing it. Did you know? Stop smearing it.
It's not a bagel.
Okay.
Look at the Q-tip.
I can see that.
Like, I don't see anything on this, but yet, like on this.
Right.
But the Q-tip is not.
Okay.
Didn't Shakira have a song about her Q-tips don't lie?
Who?
Sorry. Forgot who I was talking to.
Yeah. 70s and 80s. That's it. That's all I listen
Yeah,
to.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't realize music was that popular in the 1800s.
Yeah.
Oh, the 1970s.
1970s, yeah.
Won't you take me to fuck it down? Look at the Q-tip. It's still. I'm going to keep going, man. We might be here a while.
Yeah.
It is absolutely unnecessary to get it any cleaner than that, because at this point, the amount of difference it's going to make in thermal conductivity is going to be basically immeasurable. However, the OCD is strong with me today. I'm one of the,
Along with the edibles. No.
hey, listen,
Yeah.
don't judge me.
Yeah.
If I had some edibles, I'd be sitting on the couch right now making you do this.
Yeah.
I'd do this tomorrow.
Yeah. I can't believe.
It's still coming up.
I mean,
At this point, I might be just taking metal off.
yeah.
I'm not sure what's
Right.
happening. I'm very confused. How is it possible? This is the last one. I don't care what happens.
Right.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, because then we're going to smear some very nice thermal compound. Yeah.
Not hand
Yeah.
lotion?
I wish I was in a
Day.
right now.
Day is early.
Yeah.
There's time for that.
Okay.
David Koresh had a nice one.
Yeah.
Okay, Mitchell, what do I need to do next?
You need a pea-size rice
Pea-size?
on the CPU.
Seems inappropriate
Yeah.
for the camera.
Just smear a little on there. Oh, you're
I
gonna
peeled the sticker back so I
glove.
could see how much was left in the.
Okay.
This is you can buy these tubes for about $8 or $9 of Noxua. I think it's called NTH1 or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to be honest. I mean, people talk about this cryonaut stuff. I think that's a waste of money.
Yeah.
Unless you're like in a competition to overclock for regular stock speeds.
I've seen pace go, $18, $20. I'm like,
Oh, I've seen it go more than that.
yeah, what's the diff?
The difference is
I said diff, not different. What's the diff? Tell us, Uncle Kerry, what is the diff? All right. Yeah.
well, that's not
Your
a word.
$7. That's
You know what, Mitch?
yeah. Okay.
It's time for the glove after you said that.
Okay.
Are you prepared?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Did you wear this when I wasn't looking?
I did. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's clean.
All right. Unlike your mind. All right. So.
Just check it if it's clean.
Yeah.
Why
Here
is
we
that
go.
funny?
Yeah.
Just like I do every day when I put my underwear on.
All right.
Yeah, good for another day. I like to cover the whole heat shield rather than have faith that when I compress down.
When you smush, when it smushes
Yeah,
down,
because if I put on too much, I won't know until after the heat sink's on it. It makes a mess.
Yeah.
If I put on too little, I'll never know.
Right.
How would I know? So this way, I know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. When you know, you know. Okay. So now you turn that inside out, so you don't please not on the expensive camera. That's 3D, folks. There. I thought you put on a little bit too much.
That's
but-
why I'm using the other
okay.
fingers to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah. I got a finger you can use. All right. But now that's well covered.
Trying to come up with something.
Yeah.
See, so that just picked up the extra.
Yeah. Okay. And now that beautiful.
I don't see any LOLs in the chat room. What's wrong with these people? Does
I don't
anybody
know.
have a sense of humor anymore?
I thought it's way past happy hour. Okay.
I thought for sure I was going to get some LOLs in out of here.
Yeah.
Give Mish a pay raise.
Okay.
No. Hey Gary, give Mish a pay rise. So he wants me to give Michigan.
Oh, not Mish.
He wants Gary to give Michigan
Okay.
a rise.
Gary, Indiana? Okay.
That would make sense.
Sense, yeah.
Gary, Indiana's
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Matt Power says, I love how you and Mitch get along. Oh, he calls us getting along.
Yeah.
If you had any idea,
Yeah.
it's like
like
the
oil,
Beatles in
like
here.
oil and vinegar.
Right.
But on that note, all right.
He
now,
just likes abuse.
Which way does that go on, Uncle Kerry? Does it go on?
Well, you notice, you see how this part kind of sticks out?
Yep.
Like as if a fan could go here.
Okay.
And you notice this one, in order to put the screw in there, can you notice that there's like a groove cut out?
Okay.
But on this one, going back to the original side here, you don't have to go anywhere near that groove. You're a good inch away.
Yeah.
So they're not the same on both sides.
Okay.
This is the side that should face your RAM.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
Because this is the side we're going to put the fan on. The fan's going to push air through this radiator.
Okay.
And the rear case fan is also going to be pushing air out the back. So all the airflow moves in one direction. We do not put thermal compound on the bottom of the cooler. If the cooler comes with compound pre-applied, then you do not put compound on the CPU. It's one or the other. Never ever mix your thermal compounds. Don't mix one brand with another brand. Pick one. Or don't, I don't care. Honestly, probably won't really make any difference in real life, but whatever. I have this, I have an insistence of doing things the right way, whether or not it matters. I'm going to just start by turning the screw a little bit and get it started on the thread. All right, and then I'm going to come around to the other side. This is important for you to capture this. This is a little tricky. There's a groove in here.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm using a side screwdriver.
Okay.
But there's this groove. You gotta need a long screwdriver for that.
Yep.
And then find thread, and we're just gonna get it started. Don't turn it too much on one side, or you won't be able to get the other side started. And you can tell if you just lift up on it if you've got both sides in. And I do, so I can continue to turn this a bit more. A bit more for Santa Claus. Then we'll come over here and give a little bit more to Santa Claus. Do you know what that's from?
Cheech and Chong.
That is correct, sir.
That's how old I am. That I would know that reference. Because I bought the album.
The wedding album?
When I was 11. All right. So
It was called the wedding album, right?
I forget.
Oystein contributes 50 Norwegian krona. He says, since you want to know what Oystein is a Norwegian given name of Old Norse origins.
And this,
You gotta go to Valhalla later?
and this should come to a dead stop, right?
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. You don't have to worry about over tightening, at least with this cooler, because once they
Stop.
go to a certain point, you can't tighten,
Right.
you'll break the head off the screw. But you can see now, this is a good way to pick the motherboard up.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to worry about a grounding strap. You can static shock this all day long. Everything's grounded.
Okay.
You can see how
Yep. Okay.
Sorry. My inner 12-year-old came out for a moment. I put him
Squirrel.
back in the
Yeah,
cage.
Yeah. Another Jag. All right.
Just the way my parents did.
Now, how do you put the fan on? Yeah.
I don't think there's any thermal cut.
No.
There's a little teeny
Yeah.
tiny amount. I will save this because I'm cheap, but also because I have multiple tubes.
Right.
So you can use the same thermal compound, right? So when I run out of this, then I can reach in here and I can grab, some more. Well, that's not the same one, but that one is. And that one is. And that one is. And that one is. There's a lot of syringes. I might have a problem.
Yeah.
But don't mix it with that one. That's different.
I'll take this and smoke it later. Okay. All right. So,
I think you got to put it on a spoon.
okay.
Oh, wait. You can have this one.
All right.
All right?
Yep.
So I will use every little bit of that and then move to the next tube.
Okay.
But I won't mix the manufacturers.
Gotcha.
Now we can put the fan on. Hey, my thanks to Enermax for sending this to me, and I really kind of was inappropriate for me to put this on an i9 9900K. That was a lot to ask for something that thin, but I just had to know what would happen if I did this. And now you don't have to wonder because I did the wondering for you. That's just the kind of guy I am. I'm cool like that.
Yeah. I wonder how you got so popular. Okay.
You want to know the secret?
No.
Let's just say I still can't sit down.
Yeah, certainly not good looks. All right, so
That's what my mother said.
you didn't show the people which way the fan goes. Yeah. I'll tell you which way the fan goes.
You don't think they know by now?
Yeah.
Have you not been paying attention? So what I'm trying to do is this is going to have to plug in down here, I guess.
Okay.
But I don't want to run it across the face of the motherboard. It's probably going to run behind the board.
Okay.
So probably want these cables. Probably should orient the fan like that. I could always change my mind. We use these little I call them hangers or fan clips, whatever. And they fit into, can you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Because I can't. Need my glasses. That's going to go on like that. See?
Yep.
Yep. Same thing on the other side. Yeah?
If you say so.
I say so. Now, unfortunately, what drove me nuts with this design is if I just turn the fan, those hangers just fall out.
Right.
So what I'm going to do, notice the placement of my hands and my fingers.
Yep.
Notice the brackets on the back of this. Where the brackets are, these are brackets, support struts.
Yep.
That's the direction the air is moving. The air is coming out where the struts are on all fans, as far as I know. And we just kind of visualize where that needs to go. Can you see that okay?
Yep.
I want you to pay attention to this wire and how it goes in between the fins on the radiator. And I'm going to push on it and it locks into a little groove. Come look at this side. Do your best to try and make this straight for visual purposes. You know, you want the top of the fan straight. If it's crooked, it's going to look
Right.
weird. You see how there's like a little bend in the wire? Mm-hmm. You see how there's a groove here? So the wire's going to fit between the radiator fins and then lock it in. And so you can raise and lower this fan. This fan is actually drooping pretty low, and it's going to say it could interfere with the RAM. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise it up a little bit. So you just pull on these hangers. I'm pulling them towards me and away on both sides. I'm going to raise it up about right
A smidge. Yeah.
I'm going to raise it up a midge.
Okay.
Put both back on. And the reason, do you understand why I raised it? Can you get the camera down here? And you see how RAM is going to, when we put RAM in this slot, by the way, we're not going to put RAM in this slot.
Right.
We're going to go there. But if the customer wants to upgrade it,
Yep.
I don't want them running into the fan. Capiche?
Indubitably.
All right. Now it's time for the RAM. Oop.
Now it's going to hit the camera.
Yeah.
I'm like the Steven Spielberg of computer repair.
I wouldn't say that, but all right.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't. That's why I just did.
More of the Alan Smithy of. That's a reference they won't get.
Yeah, they can Google it.
Okay.
All right, and then these are the spare parts for the cooler. These are going to go into the motherboard box, which is, there I am looking for it. That in there, directions in there, that can go in there. Yeah, we're good. think that's going to be really nice, Mitch.
Yeah.
No help from you. I mean, let's see. This looks good.
Okay.
I'm going to wire tie this stuff in a little bit here, but this fan, what does that say right there? Can you read it?
No.
That's
And
gotta
I've
be the
got, and I've
CPU
got
fan there.
glasses. Yeah.
Let's see what it says. CPU fan 1. Well, that's exactly what we want. This little cable has got grooves on it. It's a 4-pin fan. See the grooves?
Yep.
You see that little tab sticking up? That prevents you from plugging this in backwards. So that tab is going to go between the grooves. Can you see that? Is my hands in the way?
It's all right.
Trying to think how we can get you a better angle. No, that's not helping. Anyway, it just pushes down.
They got the gist. You know what I mean? The gist.
I don't really know what you mean, but I got the
Okay.
gist of it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to have to zip tie this cable. But for now, I'll just plug it in like that.
Okay.
Now, can you focus down on the RAM modules? Do you see what it says on the circuit board? Probably going to have to lift the camera up, and then tilt it straight. And then we'll use something called zoom.
You'll have to point because I can't see.
Okay, don't move. It says dim A1, dim A2. See right here? And then it says first. And you see how it says dim A2 and dim B2, and there's like it's like a little bracket, like in sports, how when two teams play each other and the winning team goes to the bracket. Okay, so that's telling us if we're only going to use 2 modules, they want us to use dim A2. So that's the second one from the CPU, and then dim B2, the last one towards the edge of the motherboard, and we skip the one in between them. So that's what we're going to do now. So I will zoom you back out. Nope. Just like that should be good. And here, I bought some of the least expensive RAM I could find that looks nice. This is Team Elite. I've had really good luck with their RAM, but not so much good luck when I needed to contact their support. But that's only happened once. So I'm okay with the rareness of that occurring. And I picked these up at Amazon, and I will add the parts list when we're done here, because I can't do it now. And I didn't know what parts we would be using. So right now everything just says to be discussed. So that's the RAM right there. You want to get the specs? So each stick is 8 gigs, DDR3200 speed for a total of 16 gigs. It's going to be a really nice computer, Mitch. If I was Luke Greeny, I'd want it.
Yeah. Very unique packaging. Mm-hmm. $3D. You gotta get out of the way. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's a nuisance in here.
Okay.
I don't know why I keep breaking cameras. I don't know how that's happening. The RAM has a notch cut out in it, so it only goes in one way. It's going to match the notch in the socket. Remember what I said, we're going to start. I'm going to open all these up just to get them out of my way. This side does not open. Some motherboards it does, some motherboards it doesn't. When it doesn't, it's probably because the graphics card's got to be right there, and they wouldn't open anyway with the graphics card in the way. Gently line up the RAM into the track. See that?
Yep.
And then using your thumbs, this does take a little bit of pressure. Once you verified only after you verified you are properly in the track and the notch is aligned where it should be, then you can put your full weight on one side and then the other side. Doesn't matter which side you start with, you'll hear it click. Repeat this with the remaining RAM module. Say that 10 times really fast. We're going to skip a slot. Now, it'll still work if we don't skip the slot, but it just won't work as fast. Why would you want your computer to run slower? There it is.
Just like that. Yeah, that's enough of that. All right. So, what next? Oh, power supply.
These are the directions.
Yeah, power supply and the.
Let me put the directions in there. All right.
So our
good.
motherboard is prepped. Can we? Yeah. Can you go to a different cam?
No. I want to watch you bleed. You just stand there and I'll work around the camera.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go to camera 1. Oops. Hey, if you like this content, be sure and hit that like button. You're good, Mitch. You can put it back. Thank you. Look at how much Mitch tolerates.
Ooh.
And he's still here.
Yeah.
He hasn't even punched me yet today.
Well, it's payday. All right.
I got the bruises from last time covered up pretty good.
It's payday, so I'm being nice. All
It's
right.
payday.
Yeah.
No one told me that.
Okay.
Who's paying you? Hey, don't break my stuff,
No.
man. You don't have to turn that. No, you're good. What have I been missing in the chat? Anything? You don't know. Your back's been.
Yeah. Now I'm thirsty. Leave me alone. All right.
How much of a loan do you need?
You
to
got
leave?
you got lemonade? All right.
Yeah, there should be some minute.
Oh, yeah, there's one right there.
Lemonade
Yeah.
in there.
Ah.
Is this an old video? Carrie looks younger. You should get your eyes checked, like pronto.
Yeah.
Pizza Man says he's going to miss Mitch. Oh, don't worry.
I'll send, like you said, I'll do a
He'll be
I'll
back.
do a, I'll do yeah. No,
You think
I'll,
Mitch can go without this abuse for more than 3
I'll
weeks?
do I'll do some video from Vail, and then I'll send it to you that you can show chat, and I'll keep it clean. Yeah.
Hey, Stealth Mode is saying happy Friday. What's our temperature outside right now? 8 million?
I don't know. I'm guessing 89 maybe, which for us is
Well, it's 3:40 in the afternoon. My phone was at 79 degrees Fahrenheit the last time. Oh, it's at 82.
yeah. That
That's
rain.
actually a nice
Yeah,
day.
that rain made a big difference. I mean, what were we last week? 100, 99, Toto song, 99. All right.
Just don't mind. Bear
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
I've got some very important
Yeah.
things I've got to do besides talk to these
Yeah,
people.
and while he's looking, you know Uncle Mitch would never be without.
What do you got?
Oh, it won't focus because you're in the way. All right. It still won't focus. All right, there we go. Yeah.
It's focusing fine.
That's a nice keychain there. Got my Subaru, got the Earl changed, and double check the air cleaner, and she's ready to roll there on Monday morning. Gonna go Phoenix to Moab, Utah. That's about a 7.5-hour drive, but then I lose an hour. And then I'll overnight in Moab, and then get up in the morning on Tuesday and head on into my brother's. Oh, Sam, the man.
Come on, say the last name.
Ramos.
Oh, yeah, you make it sound easy.
Yeah, yeah.
What about Sam?
He
Ramos?
sent me $50.
I didn't know I had access to your
Oh,
email. Hold on, let me just email some
Isn't that a
people.
general grant?
Didn't he write a note?
That's a grant. Here's something for your channel. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
my channel.
Well, thank you, Sam. He doesn't like Samuel. Sam. It's
What did you say, Mitchell?
Michael, yeah, don't, please. Michael Dane is the man, but then it's Sam the man. So you got to remember
No, it's
that.
Sam the Ramos.
Oh, okay.
Mats Carlson, what is it with Norway today? We are like huge in
Yeah.
Norway. I love it. Mats Carlson contributes 50 Norwegian krona. Kroner. Is it kroner? Krona.
Ah.
Kroner.
Yeah.
I think it's kroner. He says, I used to build computers many years ago. In 2019, you inspired me to build myself one again, and it's still going fast. When I was just a couple of years
I
ago.
must tell you, Solo says no Saturn. I will tell you, Solo, that yesterday I went to get my hair cut, and it's about a 30-minute drive.
What is that, like a 3-minute visit?
And and on the way back, Chad, I've got a 2003 Saturn Ion with 218,000 miles on
And
it.
he keeps it parked with the keys in the ignition. And what's the address?
And it looks, it looks like it's brand new. But on the way home on the freeway, it was, you wouldn't say stuttering. So either it was kind of a little bit. So there's two things. Either the fuel filter is clogged, and that needs to be changed, or that transmission is going on it. And if that, in fact, is the case,
First of all,
I
it
won't.
could be so much more than that.
No, when it surges. I guess that's the word.
But
You know what I
could have
mean?
an ECU issue, spark plugs could be fouled out. You could have a bad spark plug wire. You could have a bad sensor. You could have a bad oxygen sensor. You could have a bad mass airflow sensor. You could have a plugged injector. You could have
But I'm very nervous. But I found a place that specializes in vintage.
working on antiques.
Yeah, in vintage
Where they
cars,
fabricate parts of
it is 18 years old.
What's
But
a Saturn?
but I hate to lose her because people literally go.
That car owes you nothing.
No, no.
Wait, you want me to bury you in it?
Um,
Will you let it go?
yeah, I
Don't
mean,
you deserve something nice?
yeah, the Kelly Blue Book on it is only
27 cents?
Yeah, $700.
Kelly Blue Book, how much do you have to pay them?
But I like having a second car besides. So 2 cars and 1 motorcycle. If I lose the Saturn, then I only have 1 car and 1 motorcycle.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
This is why people hate America.
yeah. So.
I'll only have 1 car and 1 motorcycle.
So, would you call that? It wasn't surging,
I'd have
or
to-
it just yeah.
I'd have to
And
be
I thought it was because of the wind. I'm
Are you
looking,
getting
but
any
it's
check engine light on?
No, so they didn't have that back then. 2003.
They didn't have lights? So you
But
drive by candles? And it
so-
just started.
yeah, and the one clue that I will tell you is about 10 days ago, I drove it to the bar because there's alcoholic. But then when I came out, the car would start and then turn right off. And so I thought, oh, well, maybe my battery. And I'm like, wait a minute, the lights are coming on. They're not dimming.
Did you recently get gas?
So I don't know. And so then I started it again. It started and then shut right off. And I'm like, this is bad. So then I went back in, had another shot in a beer, and then came out 10 minutes later, hit it, and it started right up. And so
I think your fuel pump's failing.
okay, yeah, or a carburetor or something like that. So fuel
The car's
filter.
not going to be carbureted.
No.
That's going to have fuel injection.
Yeah, yeah. Fuel filter, you don't think could be clogged? I can't remember. I'd have to look in my records to see when the fuel filter, if that's getting.
That's possible.
Yeah,
I mean, a
thanks.
fuel filter being clogged and a fuel pump going out would restrict the flow of fuel.
Yeah, but I'm not going
The
to.
question is going to be: what makes an engine run? Are basically you need spark and you need fuel,
Yeah,
right? So if you have a fouled out spark plug, or the engine timing is off, although that's really not a case on a modern car anymore. Unless the ECU's gone out, or the ignition pack, ignition coil pack, if it's dying and it's not sending enough voltage to the spark plugs to ignite the fuel, or if you've lost compression in one of your cylinders,
yeah,
or you have a vacuum leak or a head gasket issue,
yeah.
but the car didn't run hot or anything, right?
No.
So, and you take good care of it,
Yeah.
and you're not doing donuts anymore.
It looks like showroom, like it just came out of the showroom. But if the bill comes to 1,000, I'm not.
When he washes his car,
Yeah, the bill.
he
Yeah,
washes the inside of the wheel wells.
yeah. So
I'm not saying anything.
I steam clean.
I'm not judging.
I steam clean the inside
It's
of
a
the wheel.
wheel well.
So
He doesn't like his tires to get dirty.
yeah, and so if the bill comes to 1,000, I'm not paying it. I'll let it go. So give it to Cars for Kids or something. But I won't.
Oh, for me?
I won't. Yeah, but I won't. I'm not going to spend that kind of money on an 18-year-old car. So there's Marty.
I wouldn't take it to the dealer
No, I'm not. I've got a place. Yeah.
because they went out of business a long time
Well,
ago.
no, the Chevy dealership is literally yeah.
You can
it's
take it to
lit-
any GM dealer.
Yeah.
All right, Marty Oel, hey, welcome in, Marty. He says, hey,
That's-
Carrie.
that's-
And
that Jag is brought to you by Uncle Mitch. But again, I'm serious. The car looks.
is it a Jag or a Saturn?
Saturn, yeah.
So your Saturn's
Yeah.
a Jag?
Jag,
Man, you're
yeah.
delusional.
So people truly say, "Is this a brand new car?" And they're like, "What's the secret?"
What year is your Saturn?
2003. 18
What year
years
is your
old.
Subaru?
2016.
Your newest car is 5 years old.
Mhm.
Is everything okay at home?
Yeah. Things are a
This
little
is not a good time to buy a car. Though.
things are a little tight in the screening room. Yeah. I'm running out of space
Your
for my
employer's really
for
not
my
paying you well. Huh?
so
I know the feeling.
yeah. He says I'll give you 1,000 bones for it.
You know what? Just if you could just part it out on eBay, you could probably make $5,000 in parts.
Yeah.
I tried to buy a radio knob for a Dodge Caravan. I bought two so far, and neither one fit. I've spent $30. They were like $15 a piece, but it's still cheaper than the radio. But they have the radio pulled out of a junked car for $35 plus $17 shipping, and the knob is on it. I'm like, I should just buy the radio, take the knob. The radio's fine,
Right.
not for the Mustang, it's for a Dodge Caravan.
Yeah.
And my OCD is like, I want a knob on there. You
So
know?
did you buy the 35 or you didn't?
No, I bought one more knob from a different seller because the knob I bought had a D. You know, it's like a round hole but with a straight edge. It looks like a letter D, but the knob doesn't.
Yeah.
The knob is round.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll take a drill and I'll drill it out and make it fit. Yeah, that just falls off now.
Yeah.
I drilled it a little
Yeah.
too much.
And by the way, Chad, I'm standing next to a real knob. You set me up. I had a knife.
25 years ago, I would have come back with something so much funnier. And just
something
nothing's
witty.
happened.
So
Randolph Slavin contributes 5 pounds, or is it Slavin? And he says, here's a little something to help the channel. Thank you for your inspiration. And thank you for your perspiration. Hey, Randolph, thank you so much. Do you think they call him Rudy? Randy? Joe? Well, you can call me. Thank you, Randolph. Sincerely, I appreciate it.
well, we need the case.
You know, if you had bought a Honda Civic, it'd probably still be fine.
Yeah.
You know, having a Saturn last that long is incredible. Have you considered reaching out to the Guinness Book of World Records?
Marty says, "Be nice." I am.
No, I think he was talking to me.
Oh, okay. So
Why is Carrie sitting down?
that's good. All right.
Hey, my legs aren't short. They reach the ground, don't they?
Yeah.
So we're about 2 hours and 21 minutes in this 15-minute build.
Yeah. So
Okay.
get rid of this, and I shall lift.
All right.
I shall lift. Yeah. I shall.
Oh,
lift
you said this.
This. Yeah.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
misunderstood.
So.
Oh, he's not coming back now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. You always had to know, where's the last straw? I think I found it.
Yeah.
All right, you're going to put the case back up here. I'll move the motherboard over here. This is a tripping hazard.
Boy, that's light as a feather. That case. Wow.
Well, you've not really
Yeah.
felt a feather, have you?
No.
Keep your personal life out of it.
Okay, we're gonna set that down, and then we'll get you
When you
close.
say we, you mean you?
Yeah, we're gonna get you
What
close.
is this? Wait. I didn't see this. What's this? Is that a fan controller? Holy smokes, with sticky tape. Can people see that?
I don't know. We're on a delay.
I'm going to fix this too. I'm going to put 2 monitors, one with the live feed.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll do it in time when you get back, but did somebody say Saturn?
Yeah.
Yay! that might be a little off
Yeah.
topic.
I don't want to let my car go.
You know what? I'm sorry to hear that you're having that little surging problem. It's probably something simple.
Yeah, fuel filter something again.
I'm gonna. Have you ever had the fuel pump replaced?
No, I don't think
So in places like Oklahoma, there are gas stations that say we have real gas. And I said to somebody, I go, what does that mean? Like, what is that?
Yeah,
They go, well, they add ethanol. See, you were
Right.
going there.
Yeah.
I didn't know. They said they have ethanol at some gas stations where the ethanol is mixed with the gas for lower emissions. And then they have just regular gas without ethanol.
Is that legal? I guess.
In Oklahoma,
Yeah.
they have big sign. It's like someone
Okay.
took we have real gas. And I said, well, what difference does it make? And this person says to me, well, I don't know, but my mechanic said if I put that ethanol in my car, it'll likely cause a problem. And I thought about it, and I went back to my days of college when I was taking automotive classes, a GM training facility that I was studying at to be an ASC certified. Anyway, I said, oh, they did warn us about this in class. Because in the 80s, they were just starting to bring up that whole ethanol thing. And what we were taught was regular gasoline, if you've been using it in an older car, for a period of years, there's like a sediment that builds up around the edges of the tank, inside of the tank.
Yeah.
And when you put the ethanol in it, it acts as a solvent and it breaks the sediment apart and it sends it down your fuel line. And if they're chunks, it could, just like having a stroke or a heart attack, right? It's like a clot.
Okay.
And it can plug up your fuel lines. So
Yeah.
if all you ever put in your car was real gas, you don't want to switch to ethanol.
Right.
Now in Arizona,
There's
it's
a
required by law, I think 6 months out of the year to have the ethanol. And what ends up happening when you have an old Chevy Nova or something, I don't even know what you do because those engines were supposed to be on leaded gasoline.
Yeah.
And I know you can buy bottles of lead. I'm sure that's
there's
not
an
cancer
additive,
causing
yeah.
at all.
So
Fascinating.
yeah,
Please tell
yeah,
me more.
Yeah. And back to the build. Cut that, Samuel. Or cut that Planet Cryos. All right. Okay. All right. Somebody said it could be water in the fuel.
That's why I was asking if you got gas recently. If they,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
it only just happened, right? You don't go anywhere. So
no, I mean, I
how
usually
long is a tank of gas going to take you to burn through?
quite a bit on that.
Well,
And-
I'd suggest taking a little road trip.
and in the summer I don't use it
And if you
much. So, but
and if your car strands you, you can just give me a call and I'll laugh.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll
Yeah,
I'll help you.
okay.
I'll send Nutty.
Okay. All right. Back to the build. And we need to set this down. Leave me alone now. I don't want to damage that controller. All right. Is he chewing on me? All right. So back to the build.
He's supervising your work.
Yeah.
It's good.
All right. Take a break. Go on to your arcade game. Play. Get high score.
You're a jerk.
Yeah. Good.
Talk to me that way. You need to show some respect to the squirrel.
Did Mitch put diesel in it?
Where do you think I got these nuts from? You want to be next?
Yeah.
No. You want to play?
All right. Here we go. Let's do it.
So you got it. You got it.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Treat him nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So
No. All right. You ready? So
he says that if you cut all the squirrels out of this video, we'll trim it to an hour.
Shazam.
Should be like 20 minutes.
So should we go back to pistol grip and have you put the motherboard in?
I don't know. Have you rested your arms? See, people don't realize. Sometimes we take these little breaks.
Welcome to the gun show. Here. Those are guns.
Geez, you got a license to carry that thing?
I do.
You want to arm wrestle?
Yeah, no. So, we'll do it. Yeah, I'm ready. You're not, but
Peter Dobson said, I think this conversation is degenerating just a little, but keep it up.
yeah. Much too kind. All right. There we go.
Ryan says, good day, Toto rules.
Ah,
But you're not wearing a Toto shirt.
no. And I think while I'm gone, gonna get my Blu-ray of their stream that they did, their live stream. So there you go.
So we put the power supply in first or the motherboard in first?
Ideally the power supply, I suppose.
You're the boss.
Then go ahead and put it in, or you want me to? And there are plenty of close-ups on how to do that. So let's just get going. I kept thinking about what to eat tonight.
Don't talk about food.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to turn your camera on. You ready?
Yeah.
Take it out of your pants.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So, you're not even looking. Is that really zoomed in or what? Can you
Which one is the?
all the way to the back on the top? Up. Right in the middle of the camera at the top. Further back.
Right here.
You feel it?
Now
you're pointing the camera
yeah.
at the wall.
Oh, yeah.
So just push it one way. There you go. That's a little too far out. Far out. Right there. Perfect. I got to teach you how to build computers. I got to teach you how to use a camera. I got to teach you how to eat with a fork.
All right. Is that
Not
doesn't?
enough Band-Aids for this.
Yes. That doesn't have a plate. You know where a lot of them have the plate.
Yeah,
that you have to
sometimes.
put-
Yeah, sometimes they there's like a
Plate.
cutout.
Yeah.
But notice that there's a cutout right here, so you can see the name and brand of the power supply through your glass window, but this is a shroud. So we cannot put the power supply in from this side. Some cases, the shroud is removable. I don't know if this shroud is removable. I mean, at first glance, it doesn't appear to be.
But you can put the power supply in on the other side.
Yes, but I like it when they're removable. No, it's
Riveted.
see the
in.
rivets right here?
Yeah.
If those were screws instead of rivets, you'd be able to take the shroud off.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna start by just moving all of our, let me just stand over here so you can see what I'm doing. Here, you're stepping on my stuff. Okay. So, we'll start by removing all the wire ties, first of all. You don't want any wire in your computer. And these cables are gonna get in our way. And this little baggie has a couple of nylon zip ties, and the screws that we need for mounting the motherboard are in here. And any M.2 drives we can mount. The screws are for those as well. And then this is going to be a fan controller that's got some sticky tape on it that I guess we're going to probably put somewhere right there. I'll figure that out later when it's cable management time. See, all that's just fans and RGB lights. That's all that is. This is why it drives me crazy as far as cable management, but they give us some pretty good room back here. So, plus we can hide a lot of cables down here. What else do we have? Oh, this does have a reset switch, power LED, hard drive LED. Perfect. I guess that is a reset switch, and the other one, the other switch up here must be for controlling the RGB colors. And then back down here, this is a standard USB 3 plug for the front port USBs and our standard audio for the front port audio. So nothing exotic or erotic happening here. And then this branches off. And this says LED RGB switch. It's already hooked up. Remember when I said this other switch up here that's not a reset switch, controls the RGB?
Right.
I made an assumption. I just verified what I assumed. And let's get this power supply out of the box. I'm going to step around the other side here for a moment. I was going to also point out that you can put a 2.5-inch drive here, and you have space for one mechanical drive to go in here. And for a mechanical drive that you can screw, you'd have to take this out. You can put screws in from the bottom. So one would sit on top. Or a 2.5-inch could also sit on top. But you have to take that out to do that. We don't use those kind of drives anymore. At least I don't. That single M.2 should do everything for us. Okay, on the star. On the moneymaker. Oh, that's so much better. Why is he taking his glasses off? I can't stand to look at you. There, now you're much better looking, he said when he takes his glasses off. Did you get that? You want to do that at 60 frames per second?
Remember that Planet Cryos. Okay. All right. What we have here is a Cooler Master modular.
Now this is going to be a low, it's only 450 watts. So if anybody was going to add a graphics card, which probably isn't going to happen anytime soon, you'd want a bigger power. And inside, it looks like that. Got our documentation and warranty information. Power cable. Really helpful to have one of those. You hungry? Want a snack? There you go. Little bonus for you. No charge.
and our and an empty box.
Yeah. Where's Lyle?
Okay.
Oh, and there was a little bag of screws that just fell out there. And when a power supply comes with screws, if they're the color of the case, let's get this letter out of the way. If it's the color of the case, then I prefer to use the screws that come with the power supply rather than the ones that come with the case, so I can use the ones for the case on other stuff. But there's a good look at the power supply if you want to take a look at that. Blackwatch, $5 Canadian, contributed. He says, nice party, but Mama told me not to come. Mama was wrong. Carry on, boys.
Three Dog Night.
Geez, Mitch, you're getting old. That was Mitch bending down. Really should see a chiropractor.
All right.
So there's all the information on the power supply. It's obviously not modular at this price range and this wattage, but it is still 80 plus. I don't care where you buy your power supply, but do make sure you get an 80 plus power supply. Your components deserve at least that. It doesn't have the big yellow wire that I didn't like. That's good. There's the side of it. And the bottom, this fan draws air in, and then it blows the air out through here. People are fascinated with the thermals of a case. The thermals of a case do nothing to help your power supply. I can't help but just shake my head when people talk about case thermals. I'm just like, seriously? Anyway, the whole ecosystem of cooling that goes on in a power supply is enclosed in this little area that has no impact on your case or your positive or negative air pressure, none of that. And if you ask a power supply manufacturer if they create positive or negative air pressure with their power supply design, I think you'll be quite surprised at what they tell you. Now, I'm going to come around here. Can you see what I'm doing there? And we can just slide this in like so. And if you look from this side, this cutout, let's see, I can get my hand in here. And I can put this hand over here. I hate it when they give me a shroud where I can't put my other hand through, where the shroud doesn't have a hole, because this makes it super, super easy and barely an inconvenience.
Fan side down.
Fan side down. That's what that filter was earlier that fell out when we unboxed or when we were showing off the case. And you just kind of line up this holes here with the holes. You can kind of, just for a moment, you see the little holes in each corner. Yeah, you can see it now. Very good. You can just line it up like that. See how that lines up? Look at that. You can see right through the slots into the mounting holes of the case. And then I will get, what do we call this?
Big Red.
Big Red. That's the electric driver I use. It's a Milwaukee M4, and it's fantastic for electronics work. Not so much good for building furniture or driving, 2-inch screws through wood, but for electronics work, it's fantastic. I've got a clutch on this set to 3, so it won't over tighten the screws. And on a power supply, I actually like it a little tighter than that. However, it's a good place to start. So with one hand holding the power supply in place, and you want a magnetized tip on your screwdriver, this is a little rare earth magnet on here. It keeps this fully magnetized. So I can let go of the screw. You hear how the driver shuts off when it hits its torque setting? Look at that.
But that, you got to admit, that Milwaukee's a little pricey. I mean, it's a great item, but
Do you know how much carpal tunnel surgery is?
yeah, that's for sure.
The Milwaukee's listen. Wait, stand there. If you do a lot of screwing, it can really wreck your wrists. And that's why I use the Milwaukee M4 driver.
Cut. Okay, we'll send that.
Should I
back.
rephrase that?
Yeah, we'll send that back. Here, are you ready for take 2? I'll
Okay.
yell action. You ready? And action.
Hi, my name's Kerry Holzman. And when it comes to, I can't say screwing, what can I say? What else does this do? Hi, my name's Kerry Holzman, and Milwaukee is paying me nothing to promote their beer. Wait, it's a different Milwaukee?
That's old Milwaukee.
Are they related to Milwaukee?
No. Mm-mm.
Take 4?
Yeah. And wait for action. And action.
Hi, my name's Kerry Holzman, and when I have to take a computer apart and destroy it, I rely on a Milwaukee driver to do half the work for me.
Cut. All right. We'll print that one.
All right. Is that a good one? You want to do one for safety?
No. Mm-mm.
All right.
All right.
Get a little sponsorship
Yeah.
in there. All right. So with the power supply installed, you saw all 4 screws. You see that was a 2-minute job that took us 15 minutes to do. And now I'm going to lay the case flat so we can put the board in there before Mitch's arms give out. Hold on. I got to see, now that we got the power supply in there, this won't
Right.
back up a little bit. I want people to see this won't sit straight anymore because it's sitting on the cables. And I can take a minute to just kind of tuck those cables in and out of the way. Wait, you just froze. What happened? Why did you freeze? Did the battery die?
No.
Yeah, I think the battery died. Hold on. Hold on, guys. We got a dead battery.
No, it still says I've got battery.
Yeah, but the wireless unit.
Oh, the wireless died. Okay.
So we've got another battery
okay.
right here.
Are we off or? Can
No,
I
we're
just,
still broadcasting.
Okay.
But this is
All
live,
right.
man. This works.
This is high tech here. All right.
This is why these are all fully charged and ready to rock. You're good to go. That one will go over here for recharging later.
Take 5. All right. Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Is it synced? You're in my shot, man. Now you're worse. Now you're really in my shot. Keep going until you hear a splash in the pool. Whoosh. Well, we did good when we wore the batteries out.
Yeah.
But
This-
the
this
Milwaukee
says-
battery's still going strong.
This says channel 4, and before it said channel 6.
Yeah, it resynchronized. This one's on channel. They both decide which channel when you turn it on.
Oh.
Okay, let's go again. Hey, it's working again. But you see how I was prepared with a charged battery?
Yeah.
Well, unless this battery dies in 10 minutes, in which case,
Yeah.
all right, never mind. So I was going to show you right over here. I'm just going to take these cables right now. And I'm just going to kind of shove them in there.
Yeah.
And I'll worry about that later. And these cables, also are kind of in the way. I'll try and just, I don't want to damage this connector. And now I'm going to set it down, and it should sit better. It may not be perfectly flat, but we're way better than we were. And now you can see that filter that Mitch put in a little earlier. Oops, fell off the lazy Susan. And that's filtering the air that's being drawn in by the power supply. It is critical that you clean this filter out at least once a year. Does your computer have a filter on the bottom? Ladies and gentlemen at home, do you know? Well, turn it over and look. How do you know if it's a boy or a girl?
I do mine twice a year, in January and June.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where you live, whether you're in Arizona, which is a very dusty climate, or you're somewhere very humid and not dusty, it still gets dusty. If you've ever done any construction in your house, the inside of your computer is going to have all that drywall dust in there. That's the likes of which you will be shocked. I've seen it.
Okay.
So ignorance is bliss, right? So if this filter is plugged, you'll be suffocating your power supply. And
Very bad.
you know when you're vacuuming the floor and something plugs up the vacuum cleaner and it makes that horrific sound? You wouldn't know otherwise, right? Well, your power supply won't make any horrific sounds. So if you don't check it,
But here's somebody who'll make horrific sounds.
that's my voice.
All right. Yeah. All right. So,
Why is that so zoomed in?
I don't know.
What are you at, a zoo?
I had it further out.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Yeah.
You
Now,
can't even tell that's painted on, can you?
no.
All right, so what I'm going to do is turn this way. Do you remember where I put the motherboard? I can't find it. Oh, it's all the way over here. There's nothing wrong with my short-term, what was I talking about?
Memory. Mhm.
What about it? Yeah, we got 16 gigs.
Okay.
So with the I/O shield facing, come down here. We're gonna put this in here. Oh my gosh. Wait, get back up. Get back up. Oh, he's down now, folks.
Yeah.
That's where everything's going to be filmed.
Okay.
Look what's happening. Do you see these fans up here?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I thought the camera shot of the product shot had a radiator up there, but no, it's the stock. They've given you a lot of fans. I just realized that. They're in the way. Watch when I put the motherboard in. You see the motherboard? Can you see the motherboard hit the fans?
I can now.
No, you can't. Nope, you're still not showing it. Okay, there it is.
Okay. So
Talking about, I'm hitting these fans. And then the other side of the board on this side is hitting the shroud.
okay.
You see that?
So you got to take them.
So either you have to take them out or you got to put one side in first, like on an angle. Hanover.
No, that's
got an
that's a vertical.
angle.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever see the movie Heavy Metal?
Yeah.
Hanover. I said, I've got an angle. See that? It's like magic. Now come back up, put the camera way up here. It's good to have somebody tall around here for a change. And we want to make sure all of the standoffs that are pre-installed are all in the correct position. So before I mount this in place, I just want to move it forward and make sure, see, like I'm getting hung up on cables everywhere. Aha! So there's no standoff underneath this hole. It's empty. But there is a mounting point there, which means if you move the camera back to this bag, I bet you there's a couple extra standoffs in there. I'm going to take this motherboard back out somehow. I'm going to have to take it out the same way I put it in, which is on an angle. So we got to back it away and then tilt it. And I'm just getting stuck on every cable on the way out. And it looks like there's 6 standoffs in here that are all in the correct position, and we need to add 2 more. We need to add 1 here and 1 there. You see on this motherboard? You see this mounting point right here and all the way up here by the top of the RAM. And if you look down here on this case motherboard tray, there is a hole with no standoff right where we need it, and there's a hole without a standoff right there. So I'm hoping when I put this motherboard down that I can open that little plastic bag of screws that came with the case, and in there better be 2 standoffs. You don't want to mix and match standoffs from other cases because they might be different heights. Might be taller or shorter. And then your motherboard is going to sit, what's that word you like to use? Cattywampus?
Yeah. Don't want that.
Ah, fresh screws. You smell that? Yeah, there's nothing like farm fresh standoff. So there's 1. There's 2. Oh, there's 3.
3.
Let's see. Is there a 4th one? Nope, just 3. So I need 1 of these. We're going to put it right there. We'll put the other one right. Is that how you do it? Right.
Right.
You roll your R's.
And you've got a special tool to put those in once they're finger tight.
The hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Keep it clean.
Yeah.
This is just a ratcheting driver. I got it from Harbor Freight Tools. And it comes with a, well, here, I'll just show you. It's sold like this.
Ooh.
But I don't use any of these. All I wanted is a dedicated 5mm socket that ratchets. That is so ratchet. So that it ratchets righties tighties. You can turn this right here, and now it's locked, and keep going, and now it's lefties loosies.
Okay.
So we'll put it on righties tighties, 5mm socket. Now it's really easy to strip these out. I can't ratchet it right now because it's too loose, but once it starts to tighten, and I want to take it just a little past snug, and the same thing here, because I don't want to take the screws out from the motherboard and then have the standoff come off with it. So you just got to tighten. But be cautious, and let's just check to make sure these are sometimes they're not tight from the factory. If you strip them out, though, I'd say you're screwed, but it's kind of the
I
opposite.
was going to say schnooked. All right.
Hey, we don't use that kind of language. Not even sure. What language was it?
Okay.
We're good. All right. Now, the question is, which of these, go back here to these screws. We got a couple different screws here. We got a fine threaded screw, one standoff. These are like the power supply screws. These are typical hex head computer screw. And then you have these kind of shallow coarse threaded screws. I think these two actually have the same threads. It's just the length of the screw and the head of the screw is a little different. And sometimes you can count these out, right? These kind of screws are used for these are used for 2.5-inch drives. These can be used for 3.5-inch drives. These right here can also be used for 3.5. These look identical, don't they? If you put them side by side and you really look closely, one has a fine threaded screw, one does not. Is that camera going to focus on that? That's where zoom would help you, Mitch. Let me help Mitch out with doing his job. And notice that heads on the screws are also different. This is a very traditional screw. These are the two most common screws you'll ever see on a computer build, this hex head and this round head. And then sometimes you get these shorter, coarse threaded screws as well. And of course, its head is a little bit different. And what I'm going to do is just test fit on the standoff, since I have a spare standoff, and we'll see which one of these. I think I have your disease shaken. See, it won't go in. See, I can't get it to go.
Okay.
So I know it won't be this one. So I'm going to use a finer thread. Why is it still? It's really tight. But that's it. That's your choice. So it's got to be the finer thread one, I guess. And that's definitely too big. Okay, so now that we know that, I'm going to put the board back in, Mitch.
Okay.
You want a steak? Where can we go for a steak? Longhorn Steakhouse?
Nah.
I kind of want a steak. I got a week-old steak I haven't cooked yet. It's starting to smell funny. I can put that on the grill for you.
Yeah, I'll take that. All right.
It's an expensive steak, though. When it was fresh and new.
Keyword, it was.
I'll probably cook it and give it to the boys.
Okay.
I don't want to waste a filet mignon. My dogs eat well, don't they?
Yeah.
Wonder if Lyle will chew it. Okay, so can you see what I just did there? Because I can't. All right, let's try one of these fine thread screws. I'm just going to pick a random place. We'll start in the middle. You don't want to tighten it because we're going to probably going to need to kind of shift the motherboard around a little bit. Wow, that is a tight fit. Look at that. Yeah, that's not lined up, Carrie. Okay. What you want to see down, if you look down here, there's like a little gap right here. That means the board is sitting sideways.
Cattywampus.
So I'm going to push the back of the board. You see how much that moved? And now that screw should line up with the standoff. I may have to continue, I may have to continue to push the board back. That's normal. And that's why I don't tighten the screws yet, so I can have that freedom. So I'll just back that off. A smidge.
Mitch.
Is that the term that we're using? Oh my gosh, that's a tight fit. You know what I didn't do? I didn't cable manage this fan. I'll deal with it later. I'm gonna have to take this apart off camera and do the cable management. But for now, we'll just get it up and running because we're really slow. You and I are just like the slowest PC builders ever.
Are you kidding? This was the best show we've ever done.
And that's the other thing. Our perspective of what a good show is. No, I'm having a good time. Enjoy your build, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a race. It's really a rally. Gosh darn it. You're just going to have to leave more often for us to do good shows. That's the ice maker you're hearing.
Oh,
That microphone can pick up your whispers.
oh, okay. I've got asthma, leave me alone.
Yeah, you got something.
Yeah, I got something.
I'm not sure that I'm qualified to diagnose it. With this many screws already installed, I kind of feel like it's probably safe to go ahead and put them all the way in now. There should be 2 left. Are you filming this?
Yeah.
Now, I do recommend first-time builders do not use electronic drivers. It's too easy to cross-thread a screw. But if you build a lot of machines and you don't use an electric driver with a magnetized tip, you're going to probably have repetitive stress disorders or symptoms. Now I can tighten all these down. That is a really difficult. It's dark. It's narrow. Oh, I'm going to have a new problem. You know what? I'm going to have a problem. That 8-pin CPU connector is completely impossible for me to get to. So this board will come back out. However, I'm going to ignore that for right now. And I'm going to work around. I don't know how I'm going to work around that.
And I double checked, kind of now that I'm down here by this, tell the people about the binding strap, or, I mean, this, you don't have that problem on this
Yeah, because
board,
the
right?
I/O shield is built on.
Right.
Yeah, that made that real easy.
Easy.
But yeah, when you're putting an I/O shield on, you want to make sure that you don't have a grounding strap
That
bends
might
down.
cover up, yeah.
Yeah, you won't realize it until you're done, and you have to take everything back apart.
Out. So.
But you know, for $69.99, and this board already has the I/O shield,
Yeah.
and it's black.
Yeah.
A lot of I/O shields are silver on cheaper boards. I don't think I've ever said this before, but I'm pretty impressed with this MSI motherboard. It's a budget board, but it's not built like a budget board I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it won't work, and then I'll change my. I mean, these things are pretty rock solid these days, and the automated SMT surface mount technology that they use. But here's what I'm going to do, Mitch. Here's what I'm going to do, just to make my life a little bit easier. How do I take those fans out? Oh, there's the screws. I'm going to take this fan out of the corner so I can reach in there to plug the power cable on. Now this fan is already wired up to that fan controller that's hanging, so I'm not going to completely remove it, but what I'm going to do is just leave it connected and allow it to hang out of my way. When I take this last screw out, it's going to drop. So I'll put my hand in there to support it. Sorry, you can't see that. I guess it wouldn't have dropped too far with that big heat sink. If you bring the camera down, 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 down. There you go. Now you can see. Then I can take this fan, and all I want to do, like I said, I'm going to leave it plugged in. I just want to get it out of my way, and I'm hoping I have enough room to get my hand in there. I might have to take out, this fan. I want to be able to get my hand in there. I might be okay.
Okay.
Because what I have to do, can you see that little 4-pin CPU fan, CPU pin, the 4-pin CPU power connector in there? 4-pin, 8-pin. Man, oh man, I'm getting every word out of my mouth wrong. That never happened.
Pull those marbles out of your mouth.
Word salad. Diarrhea of the mouth.
No. an actor's exercise. Big black bugs bleed black blood.
Wow, I never heard that one.
Okay.
Do you know what goes? We know what the last thing to go through a bug's mind when it hits the windshield of your car?
No.
It's butt.
Yeah.
All right, now let's see if I can get that cable through there. Can you see what?
Yep.
And I don't know how I'm going to do this, Mitch, because you're going. I have to turn this towards me. I'm sorry. So you can just focus on me. I like the holes on top because I can look through them, see what I'm doing for once. Can you film through the top?
The sound effects as I stand up.
Are you stepping on Nutty?
No, my knees.
Can you film straight up and down? You have a niece?
Yeah, today's her birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Jessie. Yeah.
Jessie. How old is Jessie? Can you see what I'm doing? Can you see right in there? Anyway, so I'm going to put that connector on, but
Okay.
thankfully I was able to get my hands in without having to take the other fan out, because that would have been 4 more screws. That interferes with my jaw, what's it called? Jaw wagging?
Can you hear the click?
I haven't put it on yet.
Oh.
Don't be such a click.
Yeah.
Then we can pull the extra cable through.
Slide.
Boy, I don't know how that fan's going to... Oh, no, we're going to be okay because the fan ends right here. That's a good design.
Okay.
Hallelujah. The NZXT, that little mini ITX case, the fan literally goes right to the edge of the case, and it gets in the way of the cables from going in. Just cover that up like that.
Okay.
No, just kidding. I have to put this fan back on. That's all I needed to do. So we'll get this fan. How was it before? It was, which direction did it face? We want all the logos because you can see them. So we must have that. That's probably about right. And then I'm going to just put the screws back in. I took it out. Look at that. See? I told you.
Who says it takes brains
Yeah.
to build a computer? Right, Smedley. All right.
Well, you can call me Carrie.
Yeah.
Or you can call me
BH. Yeah.
Sonny. But you doesn't have to call me Smedley. Did you call me Smelly?
No, Smedley.
I don't smell like flowers. Like the botanical gardens in here. What am I doing?
Yeah, just like stinkweed. All right.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, all right.
Do you know a guy? You're an actor.
All right.
Come on. Who are you kidding?
I know a guy who knows a guy. All
I
right.
bet you do.
Oh.
I know how you're landing those roles. Cinnamon bun, if I'm correct.
Okay. That's Cinnabon.
Cinnabon.
Like in the mall.
It's a whole different kind of roll.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Okay, couple more little things. We have the big motherboard power cable right here. That's going to go through this cable management hole right there. Trying to keep it away from all the other cables so it doesn't like interweave. Even though I probably have to take this motherboard out later anyway, and we're just going to pretend like it's okay. Put that down there like that. See what I'm doing? Putting this connector on right here. Just like that. Give it a tug, it's on there. What else do we have? What am I missing? Front port audio. Front port audio. Do we have any cable management holes? Oh, we do. We've got one right above the power supply. Look at this. If you go right in there, look at. Huh? That's nice. I'm either in a good mood or this case is putting me in a good mood. I've worked on some cases that have been a little bit challenging to comprehend. And this one, I haven't even looked at the directions. Everything is simple, straightforward. I don't even know what to do with myself.
I've got a few ideas.
Yeah. Don't worry, I saved your email.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll put that there. Then this is going to go. But no. Where the entertainment value of this goes down when I'm focusing on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's the RGB for this fan, goes onto the MSI board, and MSI will have software to download that you can control the colors of LEDs that are supposedly somewhere on this board, and then this will match it.
Okay.
Now, we'll hook up just quickly the power switch, reset switch, hard drive LED, and power LED. And those need to, look, we even have a cable management hole right down there. Do you see that?
Yep.
Things always go on in the same order unless you're on a mini ITX system or some kind of pre-built Dell or HP. Sometimes they like to mess around with it because you can't leave well enough alone. So that's reset right down there. Hard drive LED goes right down. Oh, I screwed up. We're going to edit that out. I don't make mistakes.
Just happy accidents.
Yeah, that's what I'll tell the paramedics. Power LED positive, power LED negative, and finally the power switch. You see that in there, Mitch?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then this fan controller is going to need power. So we've got a SATA cable right there. And look, that's the same as the same connector with the 3 pins missing as the CPU fan. So we can, again, the cable management's going to look ugly on this, but I just want to get it done. You see how this has a cover on it? Pull the cover off. It's to keep those pins from bending.
Okay.
And we'll plug these two in. And boy, this was a really good match because that tells us that we can control all of our lighting through the MSI software, and it'll control the case fans, the CPU fan, and the lighting on the motherboard with one piece of software.
Okay.
So then it's just me complaining about all the cables, but at least you don't have one piece of software for the case or no piece of software. And that's what the button's for if you don't have the software or you don't want to use the software. And then I just have to give it voltage. This is a standard SATA connector that's going to go from one of the SATA power cables on the motherboard. And that's it. Ready to turn it on?
When you swap out,
Or should I put the USB on it? The USB 3? I can plug that in real quick. Oh, so look what I did. I interwove the audio cable. So I'm going to pull that right now. Fix that. It's going to drive my OCD crazy. The cable management is really, really good in here. I like how they have the holes cut out in all the right places, from the power supply shroud to considering the audio cable, which, you know, a lot of manufacturers just don't give the audio cable the respect it deserves. And then, of course, now I can plug in that big USB 3.0 cable, right? Let's see. We can come in from the top, or we can come in from the side here. No. Come in from the bottom, maybe. No, we're coming from... What am I doing, Mitch? That's what you're doing, Gary. We thought you knew. All right, and we're going to plug that in. Look at me go. I'm like a machine over here. Okay,
now can we switch cameras?
we can. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and that's the only kindness you get today. All right, get out of my shop.
Okay.
I have not been paying attention to the chat room because I've been focusing on this, but let's take a look at what I have been missing. Nobody's given any money. It's like opening up a card and shaking it. No, thanks for the birthday card. That's okay. I just want to make sure that What is he doing? Is he getting my shot?
Happy Friday.
Hey, Frankie B is in the chat. He says, check my email. He sent me something. He didn't send you anything.
Yeah.
Hey, Frankie, thank you so much. Frankie's always so thoughtful. Frankie B sent an Amazon gift card. $100. Woo, I'm going shopping. Thank you, Frankie.
What do you think? Ready for the smoke test?
Yeah, you got any? Yeah,
Some cloves.
we're gonna. Hey,
Yeah.
horrible.
You need a there's doo-doo and mouse. Yeah.
I need a what?
Doo-doo.
doo-doo?
The keyboard and a mouse. Yeah.
Tell you what. Yes, I will need a keyboard and mouse, but we left the dongle over here. Let's
Okay.
plug the dongle up here. We'll test to make sure that that cable I plugged in is in the right place. And I've got a power cable right here. We'll make sure the power supply is in the off position. Plug the power cable in. I'll grab an HDMI cable, and we're going to plug that in right here. You've got the keyboard and mouse plugged in, yeah? Are they turned on? It doesn't mean you talk dirty to it.
Whose dongle is that? Wouldn't it be in here, or should I check?
It wouldn't have been in there because you pointed out that I left it in the other system.
Oh,
So no, just that's the right.
I don't believe
It's
you.
the only other dongle
Oh, okay.
I've got.
okay.
So the other dongles wouldn't allow me to control the mouse to broadcast. You're overthinking it, Mitch.
Yeah. You need any help?
Well, yeah,
There.
but nothing that you can do.
No, you say all I can get. All right.
I'll take what you're offering.
All right.
I'm going to have a lot extra wire ties and zip ties here. We'll put all that over there. Separate those out. Let's get these out of my way. Will you put the big red bag? Thank you. I'm going to talk like this. Oh my God.
You don't need these zip ties, do you?
You don't know what I need.
Yeah. You don't need these zip ties. Yeah. You got a plenty of.
We'll just keep it. Well, that's fine. All right. Mitchell,
Yeah.
would you like to do the honors?
Oh, do I need to turn the power supply in the on position?
No, I'll do that.
Okay.
Here's what I want to do.
Oh,
though.
you got to go to camera Z or whatever.
Camera Z.
Yeah.
How many? Is that
Yeah.
26 cameras? All right. So what I'm going to do is turn this. Let's grab some of this slack. We should have enough spare cable here. We're going to turn it just like this so people can see the fans. I want them to see the smoke really good. I'll just put it under there. Is that even going to be doable? No? Okay, that's better. Now you can hit the switch on the back of the power supply. Should we do like a countdown, like a SpaceX launch? All right, here's the chance where you guys get to place your bets. Will the system work? That's the question. By the way, Frankie, thank you so much for your contribution, if I wasn't clear about that before. What I'm going to do, first of all, we don't have an operating system on here. So I'm not going to go to the video output of this just yet because I want to see if all the fans are spinning and what the colors look like.
Okay.
And then, is that all the way in? Okay. And then after we kind of look at that for a minute, then I'm going to switch the video input to this and we'll see hopefully that it booted okay. But this is where you place your bets. Will it turn on the first attempt? What do you guys think? Did Mitch and I really screw this one up, or is it going to work first try?
FT, first try.
Lincoln Young contributes $10. He says, it's been a while since I've joined a live session. Thanks for the awesome builds recently. Well, thanks for contributing. That's how these awesome builds happen. Rick Hubbard, watching us from London, not in Ontario.
Okay.
The real London. contributes £5. He says, I finally got my B460 HD3 and it's working fine here now. Yeah, I was recommending the B460 HD3 as the new 8-year builds, but they're all sold out.
Oh,
So he finally was able to get one. They should start coming into stock anytime now. Frank Jimmy says, hey, Carrie and Mitch, I was once driving in the rains down in Africa and I got into an accident. I was fine, but my car was totoed.
dang, that's a good one. I'm going to have to remember that.
Winston Luke contributes $5 Canadian. He says, I remember your face, Carrie. And then I'm going to pronounce this in English.
So do I. I wish I could forget it.
They make a pill for that now.
Okay.
Je me souviens de ton visage. I know visage is eyes. Because I know that Billy Idol song, Eyes Without a Face. And he sings the chorus in French. Well, he doesn't, the background singers. Squirrel. All right, man.
Okay.
10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, wait. Thomas Beckenstowe contributed $10.
Ah.
Great show as usual. Do we have a fire extinguisher?
No.
I think I have one. Should I get it?
No.
How about a garden?
Let's live. Let's live dangerously. No.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
Ah, we got to turn the lights off for this.
All right. Were you going to keep your clothes on this
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
That was really
Pretty.
inappropriate.
Pretty sweet. Dang,
Aziz,
dang, I'm jealous.
you're jealous.
I mean, this is a
Wait, you like this RGB?
on this one with the big fan.
You down with RGB? You know me.
Yeah. Ah. Here's the front. You want me to switch
Yeah, can you select the wireless camera for me?
on the eyeball? Yeah. Am I moving the wrong mouse? Is this the right?
You got to. Oh wait, do I have the mouse? I have it.
Oh,
Never
okay.
mind.
Never mind. Ah.
That was the right cooler for this build,
Yeah.
I think.
Absolutely. And you're saying you can configure it to match this with the light of the fans with
Yeah,
the
it doesn't
software?
seem to be doing it though, does it? Oh yeah, it is. See that? Well,
Yeah.
it's like out of sync for some reason.
Right.
This is pulsing on and off, but those are also pulsing on.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, did this thing boot? Do we have a post?
Office nearby? Yes.
Let's go to camera. Don't do that to yourself. That's inappropriate. Which camera was it? Oh, it's the HDMI input. Hey, it booted.
Hey. There
So
you go.
do you see my Windows 10?
I do. What do I do with it? Don't be graphic. All right. So,
Just shove it in there.
all right.
Plug it into one of the red ones. Yeah, keep your mouth hanging open when
Okay.
you do that, because that makes you look real smart.
Okay.
It's a mouth breather.
Okay. I do it.
Look
I
at
mean, I
that
did
view,
it,
though.
yeah.
Oh, I think I just hit the ceiling fan.
Yeah. So now we need to reboot. So it.
You hit the reset button.
Which one is it?
I don't know.
Try
One of them.
anyone?
Yeah, just hit one. Did that work?
No.
I don't know. We can't see the screen.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Let's go back to HDMI input.
Blurry vision. Okay.
It's nothing. So there it goes. You rebooted it. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to happen. Is the HDMI cable all the way in, Mitch? Did you not put it in all the way?
No, it is. Yeah.
Take it out and plug it back in.
Serious?
Yeah, take it out. You can unplug a video
okay.
cable. and then plug it back in. We're going to get a no signal screen for a second, folks. And then plug it back in. Okay, we're good. Now, this is the first time I'm installing with the new Windows Media of 21H1.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and hit next for me?
You've got the mouse.
No, my mouse
Oh,
is
gotcha, yeah.
controlling OBS, and
yeah.
you're controlling.
There you go.
Yeah, pay attention.
Yeah, I can't see here, but okay.
That's all right.
Install now.
It's fun giving Mitch a hard time
Yeah.
because he just comes back for more. I don't know why.
I don't have a product for the $2 an hour you pay me. I don't have a
Wait,
product
when did you
key.
get a raise?
Yeah.
Who said that? Who authorized this?
Click this. I don't have a product key. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Windows 10 Pro.
Yeah.
Next.
Oh, wait. We should look for a BIOS update before we do this,
Yeah, that would. That's true.
right? That's all right. Well, let's just risk it.
Yeah, okay.
It's fine. I mean, if the whole thing blows up, I'll
Yeah.
just blame you.
All right.
And I'll just send it to Luke and go, enjoy your new computer.
Agree. Next. Always select custom. And there's our, there's our thing.
And that's that thing.
There's our thing.
Well, thank God I have the
It's
camera
not thing,
off.
it's thing. There's our thing. Next. And watch how fast it's doodle-a-doodle-a-doo.
Peter Dobson says that is one flashy computer.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can share the cameras.
Now we're surrounded by, between the streamer and this one, RGB.
You down with RGB? Yeah, you know me. Yeah, there'll be some MSI software to control these fans. Wow. You want me to build you one like this, Mitch?
No. No,
You sure?
I like my little silver one, my birthday
I know,
one,
but-
and the white Stormtrooper
But you said
one. Yeah.
you were looking forward to having a lot of fans. This is
That's
at
for
1,
my
2,
that's for
3,
my
4,
acting ability.
5
now.
fans plus one on the power supply. 6 fans. I can guarantee you, in time, somebody's going to need to replace. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's the most likely thing to fail on this computer in the years ahead. It's going to be those fans, and you're going to want to replace them not only with RGB fans, but with addressable RGB fans. Is it called addressable? I think that's addressable. Anyway, that's going to cost you a little bit more money. I guess you don't have to, but it'd be kind of a shame if you didn't.
But isn't the airflow, because you typically want it straight through, through the back, are these two here causing, I can't find my word.
Well, no, I'll tell you what, that's a good point you bring up here. These are blowing air out, and there's no reason to filter air coming out.
They are blowing, yeah, they are.
Yeah, I can tell by, yes.
By the,
So the top and rear are blowing air out, which is what top and rear fans should do, unless you have a situation where you have a radiator, and you can feel it's moving quite a bit of air here. And if you put this filter back on, it does kind of mute the RGB and makes it look a little nicer,
yeah,
but it also restricts the airflow, which isn't necessarily a bad thing given that we have so much airflow.
right. I like it. I like it on the top.
I like this case.
Yeah.
I like how easy it was to work on.
Yep.
I like the quality of it. It doesn't feel. Sometimes the case metal is so thin you can sort of tilt it. You know what I mean? It gives. This doesn't give. I'm impressed. Hey, thanks to Ryan G for sending us over.
Yeah.
To me, because was it $80? It's about the same price as a 200R.
It's ticking,
Not as versatile.
but it's ticking most of the boxes. I'm still
Well,
old-
it's got $30 worth of fans in it.
Yeah, I'm still old school. I want the 5 1/4 drive up front for
You
a,
just get a USB one and plug it in.
yeah.
Bernard C says yellow hearts and green clovers. Like, Lucky Charms. It's got all those colors of the rainbow.
It's magically delicious.
Stan Ristop is taken off. He says, good night. Hey, Stan, thanks for
Yeah.
joining us. Thanks for your contribution.
Enjoy your
today.
weekend.
Yes, since I won't.
Yeah.
Somebody should. Bobsy says, I do not understand the purpose of RGB. It adds nothing to the function of a computer. I prefer a computer that does computing without the actual. Well, do you have a car that's painted? I don't understand the point of painting the car. What purpose is that, sir?
Okay, you want me to continue on, or?
Yeah. I got to make the screen a little bigger here
If you
so
don't
we
mind.
can see it. There you go.
Yes. Yes. Skip. I don't have internet.
That's critical. Yeah, it's going to force us to create an online.
Continue with limited setup.
Yep.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, because they want you to create an online account with Microsoft. Just put the word user, no, put Luke in there. Luke. You're using the wrong keyboard, Mitch.
Oh.
Or no, that keyboard's not turned, it's the right keyboard's not turned on.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
it is. All right, put a capital L on there.
Yeah.
Slow down, buddy. I don't want you to break any records.
Yeah. Luke, as in my buddy Steve Lukather of Toto. All right. Password, don't. Next.
Yeah.
And then we tick all these off but location.
Yeah, there used to be, so location is now on the upper
Yeah,
left.
that flipped me
And
out.
there used to be 4 settings on the left and 3 on the right. Now there's, I don't know what they
Did they
removed
lose one? Yeah, I thought there were a lot more than this. So.
Yeah.
Or are you having a senior moment? Okay, now we.
I'm not old enough to have senior
Okay.
moments.
I am. Leave me alone. All right. Accept. Not now.
Yep. There we go.
Hi.
No.
We are.
Thanks
Okay.
for asking.
All right. So.
Look at how good the lighting is with all the lights off. How did that work?
You look much better in the dark. All right.
It's not the first time I've heard that.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Our internet connection has been
Solid.
Look at that. 0.0% of dropped frames.
I just.
3.5 hours.
I can't.
Perfect.
Yeah. And with the.
All I needed was that $95 wireless bridge. This whole time I could have had this fixed. Hey, look at the ceiling though. These lights are shining up against the ceiling. Yeah. You put this in a dark room and stay up all night.
Yeah.
Let's see if we, one of these buttons was RGB. I don't want to hit reset by mistake.
No.
Can you see the flashlight, please? I need a flashlight to find the flashlight. It's this one.
Oh, there you go.
See, the CPU fan is matching, isn't it? Or no? Yeah, the CPU fan's... Maybe not. Yeah, see, the CPU fan went red too.
I like that, but that's me.
There we go.
Yep.
We want to call it a wrap?
I could use a chicken right about now.
You and me both.
I'm a bit peckish, yeah. So
I was peckish 3 hours ago.
yeah, I didn't have
Now
any.
I'm
I
ravenous.
didn't have any lunch.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Chad, what should Carrie take me out to dinner for? Nice big bowl of boiled sheep brains. What do
I
you-
had that yesterday.
Okay, all right. I don't know what not pizza and not wings. I mean, the burger was nice, but what else are you thinking? Red Lobster? No. No.
I took my nephew to Red Lobster the other day. and they
Olive-
did a pretty good job.
Olive Garden. It's always a limited.
Oh, I can't stand Olive Garden. I'd rather eat Arby's.
Yeah.
What else do we have around here? Want to go steakhouse?
Black Watch says, sure, Mitch goes away and the Wi-Fi's solid. Well, that's because I've got a plate in my head. Don't
No,
judge
I
me.
made
All
him
right.
take his tinfoil hat off.
Okay.
Why do we still call it tinfoil? It's aluminum foil.
Yeah.
Who does that? Have you ever seen tinfoil in your whole life?
Dennis says tacos. Again.
Famous Dave's, go to
Yeah,
barbecue.
again. Chinese, sushi, I'm all about, whatever.
I don't eat
but,
ethnic food.
yeah, so
I don't
Matt-
eat any ethnic foods except Italian.
Matt says steak, yeah. Well,
A sirloin steak, that's a cheap steak. You need something like a New York or a ribeye, filet mignon.
Carrie will take me to a place where the steak is cut an inch above the hoof. Very tender, so.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
I always throw that part away.
Yeah,
They give it to
delicious.
the dogs.
So-
They don't know what they're missing.
Yeah, the part that jumps over the fence last. All right.
Frank
so-
Jimmy says, have a great trip, Mitch.
Well, thank you. Yeah, looking forward to seeing my 94-year-old father who
94
lives
years
up in
old.
Denver. He just called me yesterday and said, hey, Matt. No, Dad, it's not Matt, it's Mitch. He's like, when you coming up? Tuesday.
Still knows you're his son, though, right?
That's true. No, he's
you're still in the
he's
will.
spry. I mean, he doesn't walk with a cane or anything like that.
That's-
So
I mean, he's supposed to.
he's supposed to,
No.
but he doesn't. Vanity. So, but pretty sharp for a guy 94, born in 1927.
He said you were pretty sharp for a guy your age, too.
Yeah,
He said it took
Yeah.
you a long time to get there, though.
that's true.
He and I have been talking. All right, I'm going to bring the lights back up because,
Okay. Yeah,
my wallet is missing.
yeah. We don't need to do any of the.
We're not going to do any, well, there shouldn't be
Prime-
many updates anymore.
No, but I mean Prime 95.
But I'll do,
yeah,
no, I'm not going
they'll
to,
do-
so I will do the Prime 95 offline.
Okay.
Because I also have to do the cable management, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to film that.
Right.
And I also want to check for a BIOS. You guys have seen me do that a million times.
Yep.
I'll do that maybe over the weekend or
Okay.
Monday. I don't know. And if everything goes well, I can get it out to Luke next week. But don't hold your breath, Luke, because I've said that before, and people still have to wait a couple weeks. But I will try. I want every computer out of here. So one more gone.
Yep.
But I might order one of these again.
I
Seriously,
gotta tell you, for the price point,
For $80, I said
I'm knocked out.
$30 worth of fans in that
Yeah.
thing, and it was so easy to work on.
yep.
So easy. I had no doubts. I knew what everything was. It's clearly labeled. It seems to be built well. What else do you want?
I like the shroud.
I mean, the
know?
shroud could come out, but it doesn't
Right.
have to. It's got enough cutouts in
Yeah.
it. And you could put a radiator in here. You see there's a cutout right here on the front of the shroud? Mm-hmm. You can put a radiator in there, and there's enough room to squeeze a radiator right in between there. So if you wanted a liquid cooler, you could do it, for sure. It wouldn't go on top, even though it looks like it would. There's not enough room. But you could put it in the front and take that fan out. Put a couple of these, put these two fans in front of your radiator,
Okay.
even though they're not really designed for radiator.
I like the big 200 millimeter in the front. I like it. So.
Yeah, but you got a thing for that. You've got a computer
Yeah.
at home like that, so I
Right.
think you're biased.
Right. Stormtrooper. Yep.
Yeah, the Stormtrooper build.
Yep.
Zdravko Frenchevic contributes a 100. I always have a hard time with this. Is this Romanian HRK?
Somebody in chat will know.
HRK is. I always get stuck on this one. Zdravko, thank you so much. Sorry, I always forget HRK because it has nothing to do with HR or K. Is it a Kuna? I think one of the letters anyway. I don't know what the HRs.
Peter says escargot, not in this lifetime. No,
green snails
No snails
in the
for me.
shell.
Thai food, very spicy. I like it. Vietnamese food. Yeah.
100 HRK is $16. It's a Croatian Kuna.
Ah,
Thank you, Dan Nilsson and Zdravko. And of course, thank you to everybody who's contributed today, from Luke Greenia to
Tony
Peter Laycock,
Guy,
Tony
Wallow.
Wallow, Blackwatch. YouTube's not giving me the list anymore. Who am I forgetting? There's a bunch of people I'm forgetting, and I
Right.
feel horrible about it. What am I supposed to do? Take notes when I'm live?
they'll fix that.
They know. Well,
Yeah,
anyway,
they-
you know who you are.
they're
But-
aware.
And
They'll
I gave you a
fix it.
shout out at the time.
Yeah.
But, and Sam
Yep.
Ramos and there's some real popular frequent contributors that have given today, and I'm sorry my mind has drawn a blank.
It's because he's peckish, hungry.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with my
yeah.
age.
Yeah.
And
So
let me
thanks
go-
to everyone
let's
for
go full
tuning in.
screen. Hold on,
Yeah.
let me go full screen so we can.
I'm not going to sign off without you.
Let's turn the. You hit Control F on this keyboard.
This one.
Control and F. Thank you, Mitch. That's gonna. Was it this button here that does it?
That's pretty cool. That kind of blue, but
Did you mean that as a pun?
yeah. But
And remember the lights up here. Can you see the reflection? No.
no. Ah,
You hold it right there. What happens if I hold it in? Hey, you can go to bed at night, except, no, spoke too soon. Wow, that really stays off a long time. Did you see that? Let's do it again. Well, that's disturbing. Hey, that Army of the Dead movie came out today on Netflix.
That's true. Yeah.
I should make some popcorn. I got a video on how to do that.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen my how to make movie theater popcorn? I'm not just a brilliant and attractive computer builder. I also know how to make not microwave popcorn. Proper popcorn, just like the movie theater, maybe even better.
Yeah. Are you done laying around? This is a very heavy case.
I was waiting to see which one was going to give up first.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you, Mitch. All right, guys. Thanks to everybody who contributed today. Thank you to all my friends in blue for being so kind and supportive. We had a really nice turnout today, too.
Yeah.
We had a good internet connection. It's a cool case. Thanks to Ryan G for sending the case. Hey, Luke, you let me know if you want this computer, because I owe Luke a computer, and this would be a good one. It's Core i5 9400K. It's a screamer. It's a little bit louder than what I'm accustomed to. It's not.
But you haven't got the
panels on it,
the
but-
thingies on.
But
the
there
panels,
there are a lot of fans.
Yeah.
And the more fans you had, the more noise. But yeah, I suppose it'll probably be a little bit. But you know, those $200 are dead silent. They don't make us a peep. This one's going to be a little bit more of a fan drone, and probably one of these fans is going to fail on you before anything else ever fails. So if you want that, you let me know. We'll talk. And Frank Jimmy wants to know if I'm watching Star Wars Bad Batch. I never finished the last season of Clone Wars, and I know that it continues from the Clone Wars. So I'm actually going to the season before, so I can remember what the hell happened. Then watch that last season that I never watched, and then that's where they introduced the Bad Batch in the last parts of the Clone Wars. And then I'm downloading it, but I haven't watched it yet. Peter Dobson says hello from Yugoslavia. And Luke Greenia says, hell yes, I do want that computer.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, it's the least I can do for all your generosity, Luke. I'm glad you like it. And I might have to build another one of these. Maybe I'll get the one with 2 fans. I asked Tony Wallow what he wants. He said he just wants something different. That's me.
Yeah.
Right?
And me.
So
yeah,
Tony,
I'd certainly order the one with the 2 fans. Yeah.
just to try. It's the exact same case.
Right.
It's just got 2 120s in the
Right.
front instead of this one 200.
Yeah.
Just to compare them.
Yeah.
They're all $79.99.
Right. Oh, and before we go,
He says, Wayne D says it's the i5 5-fan build.
and
Wait,
be-
is it
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5? But the power supply fan is 6, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Before we go, we've got another sponsor this month
Roboform.
going on.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to try and get Simon from Roboform on before the end of the month, because that special is only good till the end of the month. 50% off annual Roboform subscriptions. If you're a current Roboform subscriber, you can extend your subscription to a maximum 5-year total subscription by contacting Roboform support. Tell them you're a viewer of the Kerry Holzman and you want to take advantage of the discount. For all new subscribers, you just go to roboform.com/Kerry, and I will add that link, of course, in my video notes. Thank you for reminding me, Mitch. My brain is,
Mush, but it usually is anyway.
was I saying something?
Okay.
Anyway, thanks to the folks at Roboform for being patient with me. I'm just getting caught up. You see, Mitch is actually, you guys saw the other room, right? You should have seen it last month. I'm making progress.
Yeah, it wasn't for the faint of heart. All right.
Oh, it was an obstacle course.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's still kind of. But in any event, Michael Dane, thank you for your contributions. Luke Greenia says, thank you to this amazing community for this amazing build, and I greatly appreciate it. Well, you haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah.
Let's hope it arrives in one piece. Marty Yoel, thank you so much for your support and your friendship. All of you, Frankie B, thank you so much. Zero Core, who else do I see in the chat room? Black Watch, Bernard C, Andrew Murray says, thanks for the RoboForm deal. I bought it today. Find it very useful. Let's make sure Andy is blue. I'm starting to recognize him. Lincoln Young, thank you for the support. Reverend John O'Toole, he says, PCs are meant to be seen, not heard or seen. Wait a minute. He didn't use the word seen twice. Bernard C. says, pretty cool. So Dravko, thank you so much. Larry Wood. Thomas Backenstoke, thank you, of course. Paul 1961. Rock and Rob, rock on. Jim KJ3N. Wayne D, thank you for your support. Troll McTrollington is not a troll, despite the name. Peter Matros says, happy birthday to Catherine Anna Hauserman. Hey, is it Catherine's birthday? Happy birthday, Catherine. Frank Jimmy, Chevy Arthur, Robert Jones, Evolutionary Mishap, Peter Dobson, Dennis Paulson. Thank you guys so much. All my friends in blue, thanks for keeping it civil. We had a really nice chat today, right? I didn't see any problems. I mean, a couple people maybe for like 2 seconds. You guys were on top of it. Chris Garrett, PDK Gamers, Craig Lilly, Stealth Mode, William R., Gabriel Granados, Patrick Rusaw. Patrick's also been contributing. Thank you so much, Patrick. Bike Man. Pizza Man. There's Eddie. Of course, Tony Wallow, Wayne Trexler, Jason Cordry. Yeah. Should I sit here and name all 500 people in the chat room?
I'll pass away from hunger.
I could if I would. Thank you guys again. We're going to wrap it up for today. I should be back on Monday. I don't think I'm going to have any time on the weekend. If I have time, I will. There will always still be live videos every Friday at 1 o'clock. With or without Mitch, the show must go on.
Yes. I'll miss you guys, but I'll be back in...
You're going to check in with us, though, right?
I'm going to check in with you from Vail, Colorado. I'll send a little video clip that Carrie can post, show you how beautiful it is up in the mountains and how nice
and the temperature.
Nice
Hey,
and
Carrie, it's 107 today.
nice and cool. So
I got a jacket on. How's it over there? Oh, Paul says, Paul 1961 says, I am the one that sent you PayPal. Thank you, Paul. Edward Ojeda, Greg Guy, Barry Russ. Thanks, you guys. That's and Bryce Hosking. Thank you guys so much. Happy birthday again to Catherine Anna Hauserman. That's going to wrap it up for us. We'll do a quick outro here so we don't linger on. And we will see you all again very, very soon. Oh, I got to say thanks to Planet Cryos for all the work he's been doing, too. Ken Stout says, you better be safe, Mitch.
I'll be that.
Or he's going to hurt you.
If I can't be safe, I'll be careful.
William R. says, Carrie and Mitch, enjoy your dinner and a movie. Are we going on a date? Thanks for the show. Nice chatting with y'all. Everyone take care and shalom. That's from William R. John Lewis, thank you. Tony Wallow. Thanks again, guys. That's going to wrap it up for us. We'll see you all again. When? Very, very soon.
And until then, bye for now.